Rolling up on 6 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and, well, half the crew. Oh, 3/4 of the crew. Okay. All right. So, here comes Roxanne scurrying in like a cockroach.
100% of the crew.
Come on in. Hey, now we're at 100%.
5:59.
Yeah. Well, technically, with the delay, it's 6 o'clock now.
Oh, that's never stopped us before.
In fact, if you'd like to know the actual truth, time at the tone, folks, it'll be exactly 6 o'clock. That's factoring in the 20-second delay of the regular profanity delay and then all that HD crap or whatever. I don't know. So right about 20 seconds. So just a little hot tip, little technical information. You might want to jot this down, folks, is that when you hear our voices over now this is not streaming. Streaming's got a whole different delay, but when you're listening on regular 104.7 FM, if you're listening over your regular radio in your car, your truck, radio at your house, whatever. This is the regular broadcast radio where literally you see 104.7 FM that you tuned into. We're on 20-second delay. So when I say, blah, which I just did,
right,
in studio live, people will hear me go that noise 20 seconds later. So that's the actual technical description of the delay, because we've got a 10-second profanity delay in case a phone caller just drops all that stuff,
or us,
and then just the delay for the HD processing and all that stuff. So it runs to about 20 seconds, is what the delay is. Hey folks, welcome. Hey Roxanne, how are your hot flashes going? I'm sorry.
No.
I
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
I don't have hot flashes, but I may as well have said that I had hot
All right,
flashes because saying that I have my light flashes in my eye and my vitreous separation is like admitting that I'm old.
All right, hang on a minute. I did not mean hot flashes. I meant your eye flashes. How
They were very flashy today.
really?
Yeah, but you know what? It's just great because I know what it is, so it doesn't bother me. But if I hadn't gone to the doctor and hadn't figured it out, I would be freaking out.
Yeah,
You might need glasses. You ever think about that?
I don't think you'd still be thinking that you had like a tumor in your brain or something.
I absolutely would. I don't need glasses because
Yeah.
I had LASIK, but this does, when you have the vitreous separation, it changes your eyes.
You're going to be like me and Fester and just push everything you're worried about down until it comes out later in life as a disease.
Should you be on the road?
That's a good question. Should you be driving with your?
Should you be on the road?
Should
No,
I?
that's clearly
comeback.
Yeah, clearly. By the way, Chloe does that to me all the time.
But this is where it's really applicable.
It is so angering. It really pisses me off. It's like I'm like now I'm threatening to shut off our credit cards. Whenever I ask her a question, and I'll say like, "Hey, do me a favor, clear the table for me." She'll go, "You clear the table."
Oh, that's great. That's what you want your kid to do.
She's going to be 22 years old in August, and it's like a joke. It's like whatever I say, she boomerangs it back. Oh, by the way, Chloe struck again. I come home from work, and, well, she's got something on the dog. I'll explain later on. So Chloe strikes again. She thinks she's a real comedian. Now she's attached something to Gatsby, our male Jack Russell Terrier. I did take a picture. I've got it. I'll post it. We'll make it available. I will tell the story later on. So what is this photo? What is this mystery item that has been attached to one of our Jack Russell Terriers? I'll explain coming up in just a bit. All right, so where were we? Your eyes are still flashing. They're extra flashy this morning.
Yeah, but they're good. I mean, I'm fine because I'm not worried about it. And yes, I do. I may.
What if you were misdiagnosed? You ever think about that?
Oh, no. Guess what?
Maybe you need to get a second opinion.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. All right. So, like, are you having flashes right now in your left eye?
No, but when I drive, they're bad because it's so dark out. And then especially if you turn your head fast to make a lane change.
That's great. So you could think a car's coming right at you. It's like headlights or taillights, but it's really the flashes in your eyes.
Well, just to be safe, I just put a patch over it today while I was driving.
What?
That's good.
Do you have a patch?
No, I'm just kidding. You shouldn't.
You're Patch Adams over here?
Two things. One, a patch would be a good look for you.
Arr, it's Roxanne the pirate. Arr, arr, shiver me timbers. Yeah.
Did you say show me timbers?
I said shiver me timbers.
Shiver me timbers. Yeah. Listen, Roxanne, the other thing. You got
I have no idea what that means, by the way. What the hell does shiver me timbers mean?
I'll tell you exactly. A little Froggy fun fact here.
Yeah.
Shiver me timbers is say when they make you walk the plank. What was a plank made of?
Timber, wood.
And they're shivering because they're scared while they're walking the plank. So it's shiver me timbers.
That makes perfect sense.
It does make a lot of sense, but I think you're full of crap.
Totally made it up.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Froggy
right.
Froggy faux fact. Totally made it up.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Hey, Fester, quickly.
Yes.
Mr. Googler, I type in shiver me timbers. The phrase, go ahead and click on that. Let me get a little more.
Shiver me timbers. Shiver my timbers has a whole Wikipedia page.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. That's what I'm reading right now.
It does
says
have to do-
Shiver me timbers.
It has to do with a wooden ship
Yep.
and the ship being pounded heavily in stormy seas to the extent that its timbers shake.
See?
There you go.
I mean, mine was better than that.
It was.
But hers is actually factual, possibly.
So that's what the entry apparently is on Wikipedia. Shiver me timbers.
So I guess it comes from like when people were at sea in a storm, like, ooh, the timbers are cracking. Shiver
But
me
Froggy,
timbers.
your actual definition was pretty good.
Walking the plank?
But I knew you were full of crap. But it did actually, that was good full of crapdom.
Yeah.
Makes more sense than the actual.
Typically, you're just crappy full of crapdom, but that was decent full of crapdom.
I'm a pretty good liar, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right,
By the way, you look great today.
Wow, you
I
are
am
good.
Just getting rolling here. 6:06 at the MJ Morning Show. It's a Wednesday morning. Man, I had a lot of response to something on the program. Something that occurred on this program yesterday. I was inundated with responses, comments. Everyone wanted to stick their nose into this deal. And it had to do with a certain member of the show and a certain issue. And our listeners had a whole lot to say. Any guesses?
We all have issues every day.
I don't remember yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
I know I did, and I know Fester did. I don't think Froggy had an issue yesterday.
All right, so what do you think it is?
Froggy has just chronic issues.
No, what do you think it is? Anyone?
I have no idea.
All right, it's Fester running out of gas on I-4 and having to be serviced by the road rangers.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people commenting on this.
Let me guess. A lot of people who fill up when their tank is half empty.
Yeah, and when the car is screaming at you with a big display that says low fuel, and then your needle's below E, and then you get an I-4 like an idiot, and then you run out of gas.
Okay,
It's like
mile away.
Listen, the road rangers have enough to worry about. I don't need a turd from the MJ Morning Show making their jobs even more difficult.
Look at this high and mighty guy.
Yeah,
That's
all
what
right.
they do.
So let's
their job.
let's just sabotage our vehicles and have all kinds of problems to make the road rangers have to that service Fester. All right, hang on.
Security.
Back in a minute. 6:07. What do you want to know, Roxanne, about what I said about what now?
What did you say? I was in my car. What did you say over the intro just now?
You were in your car just now?
Yeah, I had to go out to my car and grab something, and I heard the intro to this song. And
Wait a
what
minute.
did you
Hold
say?
on. You had to go out to your car to get something in the parking lot?
Yeah.
And you just didn't open the door, get what you needed, and you turned your car on to listen to the radio while you were in your car for 4 seconds?
To make sure that I was not going to be late walking back upstairs.
Okay, all right.
And
It's a little time check, you know. Yeah, I mean, I have it on in the office. You know, I pop in. I want to hear where you
Right.
are, so
All
I know
right.
to be back.
I was like, are we still in commercials?
How
Are
about
we-
you guys don't leave every break?
No,
I don't leave every break.
how
I
about-
leave every other break.
It is.
We wrap up the segment and it's like the cartoon noise, the you know, all you guys are like scattering like cockroaches out of here. I don't leave this studio at all during the entire 4 hours.
Which is why we leave. If you would leave during the commercial breaks, we would probably just sit
Oh,
here.
you guys would stay and lounge, huh?
Uh-huh.
What a room service, huh?
We have
Very
room
nice.
service.
All right, so what do you want to know? You went out to your car, you turned on the radio while you're in the parking lot. What do you had a great? First of all, what was so compelling in your car that you had to go out during the commercial break at 6:16 to go get something?
Your fault. Your fault.
My fault?
Yeah. Because this morning
Oh.
you started the show just a titch early.
A titch early?
Yes.
How do you spell titch?
Titch.
Is that a real word?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I don't. Let's Merriam-Webster that.
I think it's like a cooking phrase.
a
I think it's a
titch.
smidge you're looking
or
for.
pinch.
I
I
think
don't
it
know,
sounds
maybe I
like
made it
it's vulgar. Titch. Yeah, titch is not a word. Yeah, right now, titch. Titch. The word you've entered is not in the dictionary. Click on a spelling suggestion below or try again using the search bar above. So the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, for the word titch, which doesn't exist, they are offering up these suggestions. Did you mean teach?
No.
Did you mean stitch?
Nope.
Did you mean tech?
No.
Did you mean fitch?
No.
How about tick? How about witch? How about... oh, I can't say that. Why? Oh, my God. Merriam-Webster is suggesting the T word?
Let's go to the definition of that one.
Oh, my God. It's tits, but it's any various small, plump, often long-tailed, oscine bird, family Paridae of Eurasia and Africa that are related to the chickadees and the titmice. Okay,
And if
so
you have a flock of them.
right. Well, there you go, folks. It's the it's so titch.
Hey, guys. I
Yes.
don't know what stupid website Fester's on.
Is
But
something,
look,
hold on, is something wrong with your voice?
is
It's
something wrong with your voice?
all right, Jesus.
Oh,
So
God.
your over defensiveness.
This is like 2 days in a row. I've noticed that you're all like husky sounding.
Yeah, I'm husky today. Okay.
No, you were
So-
husky. Hold on. Answer my question. You're like trying to avoid me, and you're trying to move on. What's going on with your voice?
You tell me. I don't know. I'm not a voice doctor. It's just kind of going in and out a little bit.
No,
That's
but you
all.
sound husky.
Can you acknowledge your voice sounds a little different? than
Yeah,
it does
please
to
just
you?
acknowledge
Can I
that.
acknowledge it? Of course I can acknowledge it. I'm
Look, it's like
acknowledging it by talking to you.
It's like you're starting to lose it a little bit.
But the answer isn't, is your voice husky? No, it's like, yeah, I know something's going on with my voice. I don't know what it is. Very.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Non-Defensive, for that lesson in how to not be defensive.
No, but
face.
Okay.
No, but something.
Everybody's so defensive
Something's going on. Just yesterday, I noticed your voice was on the huskier side. Today, you're even more husky, and I hear it starting to kind of fade in and out. It sounds like you've been up all night in a smoke-filled bar. I mean, that's what it sounds like. Playing pool.
Yes. Guilty.
Did you win? Did
No.
you rack them? Did you lose the first match and say, you know what, let's play double or nothing?
I hustle.
So Andrew said something in my ear, our producer, that titch is in the Oxford Dictionary.
Yes, it is.
And is that where you're going now with this?
That's where I've been reading about titches.
Okay, well, let's talk about your titches.
It is a small amount of something.
A small titch.
Yeah.
Like a baking
That's it.
term, maybe.
It is a baking term.
A titch of salt or
I
something.
knew I didn't make it up.
So
Yes,
like a
titches-
cup, that's a small titches? Is that?
That's smaller than a witch's titches.
So,
No, I think that's colder than a witch. I think
yeah, I've seen some pretty busty witches. So not only is it a word according to the English dictionary, the Oxford English, but you used it in the wrong context. Then
No, I said. What was the question? How
something
did I
about him.
use
He started the show a titch early.
a titch early?
Right.
A small amount.
A small amount.
Okay.
Early.
All right. Good.
That would actually work.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems that titch is an English, as in British or United Kingdom type word. The Merriam-Webster dictionary for American English, they don't seem to recognize titch.
Well, we recognize it over here in my household.
Don't get your titches
And-
in a twist, okay?
They are twisted. And
What's going on, sugar titch? That's didn't Mel Gibson say that?
yes, he did.
Hey,
You make
sugar,
me want to smoke. Sugar titches.
So hold on.
sugar
Whoa.
titch.
Froggy, did you know that the first step, according to the Oxford English Dictionary,
Right.
the first definition of titch is a name for a small person.
So that would be what Shorty Shane is a titch.
Or a child?
he is a titch, and he's a titch smaller than.
Well, there you have it. All right. So, what was the original question? You were in your car.
Yeah. And
First
I
of all,
said,
hold on. What did you have to go out to your car for?
that's what I'm answering. I'm answering your question.
Okay.
It's your fault because you started the show a titch early.
Right.
And I pulled in and I was listening to some song on Q105. Hold on, Love Isn't Always on Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Toto.
thinking, but I am on time today. That's what I thought in my head. And then no, I wasn't because you started a titch early. So I just parked and I full speed ran in with my headphones.
What are you trying to detach your other retina?
And I ran in here with nothing except my headphones. So then during the
Except
last
your
break,
titches.
yep. I had just had a titch of my usual stuff.
All right.
Then I had to go back out to the car during the last break.
To get your luggage with
Yep.
all of your daily crap, your
Yep.
makeup, your
Yep.
hair dryer, your curling iron,
And while I was in the car, I was like, might as well
your
just.
facial peel.
Yes, I do that during the show. I said, I might as
Yep.
well just see where we are in the show, put my makeup on and listen to MJ. And that's when I heard you say something about Jen Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
I could have sworn you said something foul, but I don't. I'm sure you didn't because I know you're professional.
Whoa. What do you think that I said that was foul?
It just sounded like, how do you like that second time around with Ben? But it sounded
How's
like,
that foul?
That's not foul, but I thought you said a bad word in there. I know you didn't. I think it was just my
What
imagination.
bad word did you think I said?
I'm not going to say it.
Well, write it down.
I'm not going to say it.
Write it down and hold it up to the camera.
Can you give us a rhyming word?
Hold it up to MJTV, a little bonus for our MJTV watchers. I want you to write down the word that you think that you heard me say.
Here you go.
Show it to me.
Yeah.
Show it to the camera.
What's the big deal?
Andrew, you ready on camera 2 on Roxanne's camera? All right, stand by. Man, how long does it take to write this word? Was it a paragraph?
She's writing a sentence.
I'm writing-
I
you
just
said.
write the
You want me
word.
to say? Okay.
Just write
Okay.
the word.
Multiple pages. She's on
Here's the word.
page
Here's the
2.
word.
Exactly.
That's what I thought you said. Okay. There. That's what I thought you said.
First of all, you can say that word.
No, not in that context. Not in the way that I thought that you said it. No, you cannot.
I said we played at the last commercial break. We played a song, and it was Jennifer Lopez. And I said, "Hey, J-Lo, how's it going the second time around with Ben?"
Okay. I'm sure you did, but somehow my ears heard.
You think you heard the word? Addict? Just say the word.
I'm not going to say the word.
You can say the word.
Dick.
Say the
What?
word.
Dick.
What?
I can't say that in that context.
I
Can
didn't say what? I
You're
didn't
in
know.
trouble.
I didn't say in context.
Just
Because
say the word. No context.
The word is, hey, you're being a dick by making me say the word.
all right.
It's all about
I
context.
did not use the D word. First of all, I can't believe you said that word on the air. That's just
Really,
that's
really-
horrendous.
it's actually-
It's terrible.
You're going to have a talking
Yeah,
to later by
exactly.
Rick.
Yeah.
Pronounce that name right. Rick.
So I did not say that. I just said, "Hey, J-Lo, how's it going second time around with Ben?" I didn't say, "Hey, J-Lo, how's his bleep second time around?" I didn't. What is wrong? You're getting dirtier. I'm telling you. You're hearing things. Your mind goes to the dirty every single time. And I've noticed an increase on this, Roxanne, in just the last 6 months.
I think it's been over the last year.
You know, Roxanne,
Okay.
when she hears of people getting back together, many things change, but some things don't change.
What's your favorite sporting goods store?
I do. Andrew, you better not make a drop of this, but I do like Dick's Sporting Goods.
You do like Dick's?
There's a nice little space in between Dick's and Sporting Goods.
Very good.
Nice edit.
Hang on. Andrew has my intro queued up. So this is what I said just moments ago. Andrew. Time around since Ben Affleck and J-Lo are back together. So where did the D word come into that?
I don't know. Maybe I was just so distracted by your imaginary conversation with Jen that I just started making up my own dialogue. I don't know.
Well, there you
Hey,
go.
Jen. J-Lo.
6:31 MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, guess what? Morons in the News next. Early edition. Morons. Moments away here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Oh, also, don't forget, if you like Duran Duran, we're giving away a pair of Duran Duran tickets, 9 o'clock hour today. So final hour, 9 o'clock hour today. You know, we have a new feature at 9:10. It's the 9:10 must-hear story of the day. So make sure you're always with us at 9:10 every morning. Must-hear story of the day. And then we'll give away Duran Duran tickets at Amelie, June 17th. A pair of Duran Duran tickets on the way also in the 9 o'clock hour. Keep listening here to the MJ Morning Show. Folks, how would you like a free... Here at 6:40 on the MJ Morning Show. That's morons in the news. So we mentioned this late in the show yesterday. I think it might have even been the final segment. Andrew got the video up on mjmorningshow.com. And folks, I encourage you to visit mjmorningshow.com every day, see what's posted in stories mentioned, videos mentioned. This video happens to be in videos mentioned. I wanted to give it a little more time. And this is insane. Froggy, I don't know if you saw the video. Remember at the end of the show, we were talking about this dude that got outside of his car while going down a freeway in the Los Angeles area. A guy must have had the car on cruise control and pointed straight ahead, as you typically do when you're driving down an interstate. But the guy climbs out of the window of the driver's side of the car, climbs onto the open window, what do you call that? What is that called? The window ledge?
Yeah,
I guess that's it.
The sill?
Yeah.
The sill, the window, the guy climbs outside of his car and stands straight up in the air while the car is going at freeway speeds. I mean, it is insane. The video is shocking. It happened on the 91 freeway in Corona, California, in the L.A. area. Happened on Sunday. The motorist was videoed by somebody else. The dude's wearing a neon yellow T-shirt, dark pants, red bandana. Oh, he might be with the Bloods.
He might be.
The Crips and the Bloods. He's got a red bandana on. Anyway, he's balancing on the ledge, the sill of his open window. He climbs out of the car and stands on the window ledge. In fact, this is a news report from KTLA. This is Channel 5 in Los Angeles from KTLA. Here is their local news doing the actual story and showing the video. Here, listen to this.
And this is crazy video of a man standing outside his car while driving on the 91 freeway in Corona. A viewer sent us this video of this dangerous, also stupid stunt today. You can see the man has his entire body outside the car and he appears to be the driver. We're not sure how the car is maintaining its speed or steering. No word if anyone else was in the vehicle.
Yeah, I'll tell you how the car's maintaining its speed. It's on cruise control. You just hit the cruise control. And then typically, if you're on a straight road and your car has a proper alignment, just aim your steering wheel and it will stay in that position for, a reasonable amount of time.
Seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I would not recommend taking your hands off the steering wheel for any amount of time, especially a prolonged amount of time. But that video is insane. It's like he's car surfing. He's the driver, and he climbs outside the vehicle. I hope to hell this doesn't turn into some kind of viral stunt, and this catches on, and before you know it, you've got imbetards like this all over the country climbing out of their driver's side window to stand on the ledge, on the window edge, while the car is driving down the road at freeway speeds.
Which one would you rather do?
Oh, jeez. Would you rather?
Would you rather do this
Yep.
or bleach in the face challenge?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, they're both going to end up bad.
I don't believe that video. The one we spoke about last week.
Oh, there's other ones.
Yeah, did you bring that up or did Fester bring that up?
Froggy
brought that up.
He follows a disinfectant channel on YouTube.
Yes, it's very true. And the guy pours bleach on his face, and I'm pretty sure, due to all the news stories about it,
I'm
it's
pretty
real.
sure that was not bleach.
Okay.
I mean, I know that the guy appeared to pull the seal off of a gallon jug of bleach.
You got to watch the whole video.
And then pour it all. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I just don't believe a guy actually did that. His mouth is open, bleach is going in his mouth. I don't believe he actually.
The guy died. Did you know that?
No, he didn't.
All right, I don't know if he did.
You have no idea. I don't think it was actual. And now we got this moron driving down the interstate. You got it, folks. You got to see the video. Listen, I think that we're pretty descriptive here on the MJ Morning Show, but you've got to see the video. Go to mjmorningshow.com when you get a chance. Don't do it while you're driving. Don't be another, driving, internet surfing idiot while you're driving down the road here to work in the morning. Don't do it. Wait to get to a safe spot. Go to mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. Then look at the top of the page. Look for the little box that says videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and then it's going to be listed there in videos mentioned. And it'll be self-descriptive. But that is an insane video. I hope this doesn't turn into some kind of crazy trend. Another video that I found somewhat amusing, but listen, I don't consider robberies amusing, but there's an element to the robbery that's amusing because the dumbass got himself caught. He goes into this jewelry store, and he's got a box over his head. So, I mean, literally, like a shipping box. Got a box over his head.
Like what my kids do.
Your kids run around your house with boxes over their heads?
Yeah. It's a kids.
Yeah,
They put boxes on their head.
we get all this Amazon stuff. They play with the boxes more than they play with the crap inside half the
I mean, a
time.
box is always fun.
Always
to
a
play
good time.
with.
All right, so why do you need to spend money? Just go on recycling day, just go around the neighborhood and just take boxes out of all the lazy people that don't break down their boxes. I'm telling you, man, for recycling day, which is in my neighborhood, recycling day is Tuesdays, right? And when I walk the dogs on Monday night, and a lot of the people have already brought their recyclables and their trash down to the curb, it is incredible the number of people that cannot close their recycle bins and the boxes that are 3-4 feet high because people refuse to break down their boxes. And they're putting whole, fully assembled boxes in their trash bin.
So
They're
what?
utilizing because
The crusher crushes it,
I realize that,
Okay.
but then you can't close your bin, and in some cases, I'm betting that people can't get all the recyclables in their bin because they're consuming all of that actual square inches of the inside of the bin with fully assembled boxes instead of just making a couple of cuts to the tape and folding the boxes and breaking them down. So what I'm saying is, stop spending money on your kids just on recycling day. Go through the neighborhood, find some fun boxes, and bring it home. Hey, kids, new toys. Here are boxes.
For real.
And then you got people's names and addresses on the stickers they leave on the boxes and all that. When we put boxes, I take the stickers off.
Smart.
I do not leave. Let me tell you right now, I do not leave our name and address on the stickers of the boxes that show up via UPS, FedEx, USPS, the Amazon delivery dude, whatever. I take the stickers off.
Yeah, take the stickers off. My wife has this thing that blacks them out. You ever see this?
Yeah, it's called a Sharpie.
No, it's like a roll.
Yeah,
marker?
it's called a magic marker.
No, it's not a magic marker.
Hey, it's magic.
It's not a magic marker.
Look at this black marker. It's
All right.
magic. I get to cross out our name and address.
It's
Just
not
like that. Poof.
Hold
It's
on,
gone.
you're telling me your wife has a special item? It's a black roller?
Well, she bought it because I would.
She
peel-
bought a black roller to
Listen.
black out your name on
Listen to
address
the
labels
whole-
instead of just using a black magic marker?
Would you listen to the whole freaking
Yeah,
sentence?
all right, I'm listening
All
to the whole freaking sentence.
Okay, so I would peel the labels off of prescription bottles. Right? And she's like, why are you doing that? I was like, same reason. I don't want a name on a prescription bottle that's going to live forever in a landfill.
Right. You don't want your gonorrhea medicine with your name on it out on the street.
Amen to that, brother. So I'm peeling off my label to my gono medicine. That's what we call it when you have it. Gono. so I'm peeling off the label.
Your herp pills.
So my wife says, oh, I bought this on Amazon. And she took it and she rolled it across the prescription label, just rolled it, and it had like an inch worth of XXXXXXXX, and it blacked out.
Hold on. So the roller
What?
is X's?
Yeah. So you
Oh,
can't read what's
jeez.
underneath it. And I'm
It's
like,
better to.
That's like something out of the Hammaker, Schlimmaker. That's like
Catalog, yeah.
exactly.
Right.
That's like stuff you don't even need. That's like Sky Mall crap.
and I asked her, I go,
A whole catalog of crap you just don't need.
what do we need this for?
Wow, talk about not exactly reinventing the.
Nothing's
Mouse
reinvented.
trap.
A black
Jeez,
X roller for your labels?
Yeah.
I'd rather have no X's and have it all black.
Anyway, let me get back to the box story here. Guy down in South Florida goes into a jewelry store, right? And he robs the place, steals cash. I'm sorry, not jewelry store. It's a phone store. Guy steals cash and about $15,000 worth of phones. He's smashing the cases. And this dude puts a cardboard box over his head at a eye repair tech on 183rd Street in Miami Gardens. I know exactly where that is. Right down from Big Jim's Liquors. Anyway, the guy checks the video. The guy shatters the display cases, stole 19 iPhones worth $8,000, then cash, total loss $15,000. But the guy walks in and he's got a cardboard box over his head. But for a split second to like adjust the box or see better, for one split second, he took the box off his head. And they can freeze that, see his face, and that's why this guy's able to be identified. Unbelievable.
Too
Yeah.
bad they couldn't zoom in better because he leaves the shipping information on the other side of the box.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
So the box is, he's trying to keep it in position, and I don't know if it falls off his head, but for a split second, you see the guy's right. No, it did. It did. It fell. It fell
what an
off.
idiot.
Yeah, it fell off his head is what it was.
He could have avoided that if he had just punched 2 holes in the eyeball.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you have eyeball holes in the
Yeah.
box? Well, how about you don't break into the store and smash the cabinets and take iPhones? How about you don't do that? But what a bonehead. Anyway, cops were able to
what a
identify.
boxhead.
Anyway, cops were able to identify Claude Vincent Griffin, 33 years old, arrested on charges of grand theft, burglary. What a dummy. That video is also up on mjmorningshow.com on videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. All right, some of our great sponsors. Oh, when we get back, I've got a very disturbing item. Dating websites. I've got a dating website, disturbing story beyond belief. You've got to hear this. And it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's talk about your... here, and we talk about dating websites from time to time. The whole gamut. I've lost track of all the different ones. Match.com. This story is about Match, but you've got Plenty of Fish. You've got the Tinder stuff. You got the
Grinder.
Okay.
Grinder.
Yes.
You got all these different apps and websites, all these dating match sites. And hey, sometimes things go well, sometimes things don't go at all, sometimes things go bad. And man, I'm guessing this is a match that would have been better off not being made. This is a crazy story. A woman has been arrested for trying to hire a hitman to kill the wife of the man that she met online on Match.com.
Wow.
My God. And it's another story of someone trying to go to a website to hire a hitman.
Is it the fake, the one that...
No, it's a different one.
Another fake one?
Yeah, but the one that I'm about to mention is now defunct. Apparently, the normal hitman website, which is totally bogus. What is it? Is it hireahitman.com or something?
I think so.
As simple as it gets, yes.
Yeah,
Hireahitman.com.
and remember, there was that military veteran guy that was just busted within the last month or so, and he applied for a job. Remember that story we had?
Absolutely.
We just had another story. People go to this website to really think they're hiring a hitman. They put all their information in, and the guy that runs the website, this hire a hitman web, he then turns all the information over to authorities when someone is trying to either hire a hitman to have somebody killed or apply for a job. And there was this military veteran dude in his 20s that tried to get hired for a hitman job. It's yes, my experience in the military makes me perfectly qualified for this. All right, so did you find the one we talked about numerous times?
It may not be hireahitman.com because that one is apparently for sale.
Just go to Google. Type in hit. It's rentahitman.com.
Okay, there we go.
So it's rentahitman.com. All right, so listen to this story. This woman tried to hire a hitman to kill the wife of her hiking buddy who she met on Match.com. Melody Sasser's 47 years old, and she's accused of threatening David Wallace and his wife Jennifer, allegedly tracking her rival using a fitness app to send real-time updates and information to a fake assassination website. And this eventually tipped off police. Listen to this. So she's trying to give the hitman website instructions and details. Quote, this needs to appear to be random or accident or plant drugs. Don't want a lengthy investigation. So this woman, Melody Sasser, allegedly wrote all this on the now out of business online killers market. Was another other than rentahitman.com, online killers market. Roxanne, what did you open up? I can't even breathe.
What are you talking about?
What is that smell?
You mean?
Oh my God! What have you? I mean, I'm choking up
What
here.
does it smell like?
I don't know. What is it? What is?
No, guys, it's not me. It's Fester.
No, it's not. It's that box. What
is it? Something sweet?
Oh God, yes.
Something savory.
I'm having trouble breathing.
It's not. I mean, are you allergic to coffee?
No.
Because that's what's in this amazing box.
Did you open it up?
I didn't open the coffee, but I just opened the box.
Oh yeah, I'm having trouble. It's overwhelming.
So Froggy has his own aromas. I have hazelnut creamer that I've opened, and Roxanne has a box.
Yeah,
so all of them have their own scents.
I'm having trouble breathing. It's like an olfactory wise. I don't like getting overwhelmed with.
You need CPR?
No, I don't need CPR.
You're getting overwhelmed with three different coffee aromas right now.
Whatever's going on, I'm just getting hit with a wall of smell.
The coffee smells different today. It smells a little sweet to me.
Anyway, let me go back to this. All right, so this woman, Sasser, allegedly wrote on this now defunct website, Online Killers Market, using the username Cat Tree. Now, Sasser, she worked for Pilot Flying J Truck Stop.
That's a good truck stop.
So that's where she worked. And she provided the website, listen to this, she provided the site about $9,750 worth of Bitcoin back in January to pay for the hitman to kill the wife of the guy that she met on Match.com. My God. And then gave all the information on Jennifer and criteria the hitman must meet to keep the trail cold. And, of course, Jennifer is the wife of the guy she met on Match.com who she wants to have knocked off.
This is like a good plot for a modern day Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, this is like a Lifetime movie. No, I'm sorry. This is
Hallmark?
Hallmark, Life, whatever. David Wallace and Sasser appeared to have been matched on Match.com sometime back in 2020. Remains unclear what the exact nature of the relationship was. The two were close as they hiked together in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, southeast of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, they got it on it.
Is that near Rocky Top? Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Everywhere over there, that Tennessee.
Yeah, it's all Rocky Top, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all up there.
So Wallace, who works for the U.S. Department of Energy, told police that Sasser even helped him tackle the Appalachian Trail that year.
That's
But
easy.
the relationship soured back in 2022. Why did the relationship sour? I'm going to tell you why. The relationship soured when Wallace left for Prattville, Alabama with his then fiancée, Jennifer, ultimately the target of the hit. The couple alleged that Sasser tracked them down to confront them, and David told her that he was getting married to Jennifer, that their whole little Match.com, Appalachian Trail, little hiking fling was over. I wonder if they were getting it on in the wilderness, like off the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, it's so hot.
Yeah.
You guys have never done it on a trail?
Well, I've left the trail.
Professor, I'm hoping that you've never done it on a trail.
I did it on a bear trail.
We know you didn't. So they allege that she tracked them down when they left town and said, hey, listen, thank you for the little fling on Match.com, but I'm getting married to Jennifer. So then the Sasser woman, the Flying J truck stop employee who tried to hire the hitman, then wrote, I hope you fall off a cliff and die. My God.
Something tells me you're only reading this story to play that sound effect.
In December, prosecutors claimed that Sasser became active on the online killer's market website, often venting her frustration that no hitman had quickly taken the job. Sasser allegedly became so angry that she eventually took the complaints to the website administrator, waiting 2 months and 11 days, and the work is not done. This lady's out of her freaking mind. Then she used the name Cat Tree. She wrote on March 22nd, the work is still not completed. Does it need to be assigned to somebody else? Do we need to get a different hitman from your website to take out Jennifer?
I mean, she did pay. She did pay in Bitcoin. So
this is insane.
Did you see what else she said that needed to happen with it? And one of her directions for them?
Which one? I've got a whole bunch of things. What?
Okay, it needs to seem random or like an accident or plant drugs.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's one of the first things I said. I think
Roxanne just said it better.
I do not
Yeah,
want this to be a long investigation.
I said that 5 minutes ago.
But it's hysterical. Yeah. It's worth repeating because it's like, as opposed to one where there is a suspect and there is a long investigation. Like so funny.
Roxanne did say that way better.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway. Another dating story, Match.com turned bad.
Say that again, Roxanne. I bet you she says it better.
You know what this is, guys? Another dating story. Match.com.
Oh, my God.
Turned bad.
That was so good.
Thank you.
She's a pro's pro.
I feel like Jimmy 2 times here. You're going to get the papers, get the papers. Get the papers, get the papers. Yeah, get the papers, get the papers.
Get the papers, get the papers.
Oh, my God. That was so good. Roxanne,
Match.com.
Roxy 2 times.
Yeah.
Hey, Roxy 2 times over here.
Get the coffee. Get the coffee.
Get the coffee.
Are we done with this? Because I got to hijack the show for a quick second.
God.
No, I got to take a quick break. Is what I
Okay,
gotta
when
do.
we come back.
You're
All right.
always really good at picking the perfect time.
Really?
Yeah, we have a clock. You know what time we break.
She has no idea what time
All
we go to break.
All right, you got 30 seconds. Hijack. Go quickly. Go,
Thank
go,
you
go,
to
go.
the person who sent me my soulmate coffee. It's Hubbard and Cravens, and I mentioned it on the show that I had it at
that's
the
the
Pearl.
stuff that's making me have breathing issues this morning.
I really don't think it is, but it's amazing. And they even sent me K-Cup versions. I'm going to go home and make some today. I'm so happy right
that's
now.
right, because you said you had, where do you have this coffee, in Miami or something?
No, at the Pearl in downtown Tampa.
That's right. So Roxanne had this coffee at the Pearl in downtown Tampa, and it's Hubbard and Vacuum Cleaner. What's the name of it?
It's Hubbard and Vacuum Cleaner. No, it's Hubbard and Cravens.
Hubbard and Craven's
Yes,
coffee.
and it was like I said it was my soulmate coffee. I never knew if I'd see it again, and now someone has mailed it to me.
And someone
I'm
mailed
so
her a
happy.
whole box of this stuff, and now I'm having respiratory arrest because I'm overwhelmed with this coffee scent. She opened the box, and it was like I was hit with a blast wave. It's like I'm out in New Mexico during the tests during the 40s. I'm hit with a coffee blast wave over here. Yeah, I got where's Robert J. Oppenheimer? Man, I'll tell you, that movie looks great.
Oppenheimer?
The Oppenheimer. Oh, man, that upcoming movie looks fantastic. All right, 7:13 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Coming up. is the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. Yep, Chloe, my daughter, strikes again. I'll explain in just a matter of moments. Welcome back, 723. And right here, right now, this begins 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. We do it every morning. Folks, do me a favor, and this really does help us a lot. Make sure that you not only listen in your car. So you're listening in your car now, your truck, wherever, maybe at home. Try to figure out a way to listen to us when you get to work, on your smartphone, because your smartphone is a radio. You can use any of the apps like the iHeart app, the Odyssey app, AUDACY, TuneIn app. You can use the MyQ105 app. You can go to mjmorningshow.com, click on the Listen Live button in the upper right-hand corner, and you can listen to the show live. So you don't have to stop listening when you get out of your car. Plus the fact, don't miss our 9 o'clock hour every day. It's loaded. We do the 9:10 must-hear story. 9:10, an item you got to hear, 9:10 every morning. And also, today in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll give away another pair of Duran Duran tickets. So if you want to see Duran Duran June 17th at Amalie Arena, we got your tickets. So that's coming up again in the 9 o'clock hour. But right now, we start an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. So Chloe strikes again. I'll get to that here in just a bit. We, in this segment yesterday, did not talk about the Fester mishap on I-4. We talked about it early in the show yesterday. We talked about it late in the show yesterday. But this group of listeners that listens now, you might have missed it. And I want to follow up because I had a lot of response to Fester's mishap. A lot of response to Fester's mishap.
A lot of response.
Yes. All right, so hang on. I'll share some of that in just a bit. First of all, did you see the lady's pants sucked off at the gym?
Ooh, in what machine?
Treadmill.
Wow, that's like a...
She's all banged up and everything. She lost her footing. And you got to, folks, we have the video posted. Again, don't do it while you're driving. When it's safe, Fester, go to mjmorningshow.com. So, folks, what you want to do is you want to go to mjmorningshow.com, and then near the top, you'll see videos mentioned. You'll see featured and then videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and we have this item posted right now. So you scroll down, and it's the second item. And this woman was pantsed. You know what pantsed is? Like you're wearing like gym shorts or you're wearing, you're wearing some sweatpants. When somebody comes behind you and, yanks your pants down, that's called getting pantsed.
My kids do it to me all the time.
This lady was pantsed at the gym. This is a woman in Illinois, and you got to see this video. Play the video. Watch this. Lean in. Watch this video. Hurry up. So here she loses it, and then all the boom. Oh my God. Is that crazy?
Yeah. So
look at this.
Hit pause now.
Oh
wow.
God. So Fester, let me hit pause here. Just hit pause. All right. She's on a pretty expensive looking treadmill.
Yeah, it's nice.
She loses her footing. And she tries to regain her footing. So let me describe this. She's running, like her ankle buckle, loses her footing. Then she's trying to hold on to the bar. She's now on her knees with the treadmill going zzz. And then she loses her grip and then tries to, get off to the side. Ooh. And then her pants are ripped. This is like a cartoon.
Because the treadmill's obviously still going. It grabs her pants.
Yeah, obviously. The treadmill's going at like full RPMs. Whatever speed she's on, this thing's going. Hey,
now we know why she's running so much.
Now, with a lot of these treadmills, don't you have that little... You've got that device. You've got that little spiral, little plastic cable.
Yeah, like a boat. If you fall off, it shuts it off.
Yeah, you got the automatic shut-off. A lot of the treadmills that I've seen have the little device. You're supposed to, tack it to your shirt or something. If you lose your footing, it immediately shuts off the treadmill.
But if you look, she doesn't have that on her wrist. And even if she did, her wrists are still in the...
No, you clip it to your
in the area.
buckle.
Yeah, you clip it to your shirt or whatever. And... Wow. I mean, listen. I don't go to regular gyms with treadmills.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I mean, I go to a gym I go to twice a week.
A gym with regular treadmills.
I go to a gym with treadmills.
Right.
Hey, listen, hey, people are asking me seriously, why am I in such good shape? What have
Nobody's asked you,
dude?
Let's go down the stack emails that say that.
Dude,
liar.
I am
Everywhere I go,
no.
people are like, "Why are you in such good shape, bro?"
I got this email later.
No one even says that.
MJ, long-time listener, why are you in such good shape?
Oh, well, let me get back to you. It's my gym that doesn't have normal treadmills.
Are you guys making fun of me? Are you having fun?
No.
Are you having fun making fun of me?
Just
No.
All right,
just saying.
have your moment. Okay, go on. 10 more seconds of making fun of me. Go.
Yes.
Dear MJ, I listen every day. Oh, this is a good listener. You can MJ at mjmorningshow.com. You
Yes.
can email me anything. Why are you in such good shape? Show me the stack of emails that say
I
that.
have had listen to me.
People have walked by the hallways and said, MJ, tap, 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 tap. Tell me,
I've had,
why are you in such good
listen
shape?
to me. I've had numerous people who've seen me on MJ TV. I've had numerous listeners say, MJ, you're in the best shape I've seen you in a while. I've had friends. I've had neighbors. MJ, you've lost weight.
You willing to take a lie detector about this?
Damn right I would. Go ahead. You bring a polygraph in here. My weight is among the lowest it's been in a long time. I'm getting my muscle mass back. My strength is coming back, and it's because I'm doing the X-Force body. I'm doing X-Force body. I do the one on Kennedy. They also have one up in Palm Harbor. I'm telling you, X-Force body has made a big difference for me. And I love it, and I go 2 times a week. That's how the program works. And it's this intense training with an emphasis on the negative G's, on the negatives when you return the weight. So you hold the negatives longer. And I'm telling you, I have amazing results. And yes, people are commenting, Fester. I've got neighbors. I walk the dog. Hey, you're losing weight, man. You're looking good. I've had people say, man, you're looking buff these days.
How many people have tried to come up and grab your bicep and feel you up and just see?
I tried the other day.
Yeah, right?
You're looking buff.
My molestations are up about 35%.
Oops.
All right?
All right.
So
That was the goal.
There's
about-
an ISO for us.
up about 35%. All right. So back over to treadmill lady. She's in like a conventional gym with this treadmill, and man, she gets pantsed.
You know, this would be hard to recreate, but imagine if you went to a strip club and, like, during the striptease show, they had a treadmill on stage.
I'm leaving.
And then the woman
Any
gets her
strip club
pants
that
ripped
Oh,
off.
that's the strip club act? Is she falls on the
Workout,
treadmill
girl.
and it rips her clothes off?
So, like, Olivia Newton-John's Let's Get Physical. And
Is
then
that the little spot? Or is that her underwear? Like, is she wearing a thong or something?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
I thought
she
you didn't
is.
wear. When I wear tight pants like that, I never wear panties.
So she gets pants.
Or is she wearing it?
Folks, it's like now you see it, now you don't. The treadmill is operating at such high RPM. It grabs onto her pants and yanks them down, and suddenly she's like then thrown back on the floor, and then you see her scramble to like quickly pull up her pants. Because she's in the middle of the floor in this gym, and then people are starting to run toward her, trying to help her.
It looks like she has a Mr. T back on. You know.
I pity the fool. Mr. T-Back.
Don't you fall down this treadmill. I'll drop your pants.
You know, he missed the boat on that one.
He really did.
He should have come up with Mr. T-Back. Ladies, it's Mr. T. I got Mr. T-Back now. I pity the fool who doesn't wear these. Anyway, the woman's name is Alyssa Conkle, 26 years old.
Conkle?
Her name is Conkle, Konkel. Why is that a terrible name?
Conkle.
How come she fell?
She lost her footing.
Because she twisted her
ankle.
So Kankle.
All right, there's no cankle here. Conkle, I got. Yeah, right, fine.
By the looks of the video, she needs to hit the elliptical more.
Yeah, she's got a hot pink tank top. She's got black leggings, and she's just going pretty fast on the treadmill, loses her footing, goes backward, tries to hang on, and then the treadmill just takes her pants off. The video is up at mjmorningshow.com, and you get a chance, you got to take, and she's all scraped up. You ought to see her knees. There are pictures of her online. Yeah, her knees are all scraped up. Anyway, take a look at the video when you get a chance. Man, it's brutal.
That's what you get for going to a gym with peasant treadmills.
For my gym, we have gold-plated treadmills.
Everything's in reverse.
I'm going to tell you right now. This is the kind of video that you want to gather folks around at the office later today and say, hey, man, take a look at this. So go to mjmorningshow.com. It's very easy. Go to mjmorningshow.com. And at the top of the page, under featured, look for videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. And then just scroll down, look for the treadmill video, click and play. Boom, it's right there. It is crazy. All right, I got a social media moron. Then we'll address the Fester idiocy. Chloe, my daughter strikes again. There's photographic evidence, which I posted. I'll explain that in a minute. I am so tired of these social media morons. I call them SMMs, and this is all for stupid clicks. Everyone wants to be an internet star. Everyone wants to be an influencer. I mean, stop it. I'm just sick and I'm nauseous over this whole stuff, right?
So am I. Watch us on YouTube, by the way. Watch the MJTV live stream.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, you know.
What are you saying?
We love social media.
That's not so. Our show. I don't call our show streaming on YouTube social media. It's you can watch the show.
Oh,
YouTube is social media.
YouTube is so. Oh yeah, YouTube's
Guys,
more
YouTube
social
is
than
social
anything.
media.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Social media is Facebook, Twitter,
And
Snapchat, the stupid TikTok, Instagram.
Then you take all of them together, and then YouTube is the universe.
Dude, listen. Our show streams live on YouTube every morning. If you want to watch us, MJTV is accessible from MJMorningShow.com. Go to MJMorningShow.com. Top of the page, you'll see MJTV, and you can watch us live in the studio. All right, so here's another stupid internet viral deal where someone, I think, just made this up just to get clicks. And you know what? They're getting millions of hits. Some doofus is trying to suggest this is the latest craze. You take 2 McDonald's hash browns, you know, the oval hash browns.
They're good.
You get them right out of the fryer, they're all right.
Then you take a McFlurry, the frozen concoction, vanilla ice cream and the mix-ins and all that stuff.
All right.
And you take the McFlurry and you take spoonfuls and put it in between the 2 hash browns. So you're making a hash brown McFlurry sandwich. And this is now some kind of viral sensation online. Folks, this is not a thing. Somebody did a stupid video, and now people are going to copycat this disgusting thing. 2 McDonald's hash browns with clumps of McFlurry in between the 2 hash browns to make a McFlurry hash brown sandwich? What the hell?
You shut your mouth.
Sounds like fair food.
We are no longer friends.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Listen, have you ever heard of, and Wendy's is probably the most famous for this.
Yeah.
You take a French fry and you dip it in the
Frosty.
Right.
No,
I'm not a fan.
How is
not
this
on
the same family?
Not a
I am
fan.
not on board with that. That is disgusting.
It is the same family.
Hey, did you just say not a fan?
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Because
Not a
I
fan.
don't want. Listen, you're talking to a potato lover, an ice cream lover, a dairy lover. I love all of that.
Me too.
However, when you change the consistency of a hash brown or a French fry, and you take what's good about it, which is the hotness and the crisp, soft insideness, and you mix it into something cold,
Dude,
it's
Well,
senseless.
it's beyond that. Ice cream on hash browns?
No.
That's disgusting.
So says you, man. You're way off base. You
That
are
is-
not a sweet and savory guy. You don't
Fester,
like your salty sweet.
This is not a thing. This is an online social media TikTok moron move where someone just comes up with something stupid and trying to get hits.
How does my Eminem video not get on TikTok and have a million hits? I mean, I just
Well,
don't.
first of all,
we're
I don't,
so bad at
I don't
this.
want you to put anything on TikTok.
I want a million hits.
It's a Chinese spy operation. That's why we don't have TikTok. I don't use TikTok.
Sheriff Grady Judd has TikTok. All right, I trust him over you.
Dude,
That's a good
TikTok should be shut down. TikTok we are handing all of our data over to the communist Chinese.
Do you understand? This is how things are invented. A guy created.
Dude, ice cream between 2 chocolate chip cookies. That's good. That's like a chipwich. That is good. Ice cream between 2 McDonald's hash browns. Not good.
You've
Bad.
Oh my
Bad.
God! You're not a sweet savory guy.
Disgusting. That is
That's
disgusting.
your opinion.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you eat is disgusting.
Okay, what do I eat that's disgusting?
All that raw crap you had out for your last party, you're like, here's bone broth for my friends.
I
and
never had
here's
bone broth.
Stalks of broccoli.
I made
This is a bunch of crap.
an assembly line.
I want a burger.
For a poke bowl. I did a poke bowl assembly.
Poke bowls suck.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Take this bowl of raw fish with hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you stories and
If I go to a party that's poke bowl serves,
Some guy
being
is-
served, dude,
Oh,
I'm
what?
out.
Are you leaving?
I'm out.
I'll Uber Eats McDonald's and I'll order 2 hash browns and a McFlurry.
Anyway, folks, hash browns with ice cream in the middle. This is disgusting. This is not a thing.
No.
Don't fall for these social media shove down cram downs, all right?
It's like the first time a guy put a beef patty between like two pieces of bread. I'm just
No,
like, you
it's
know what? That's
it's-
ridiculous.
No, it's not.
That's how things are invented. This guy's a genius.
There are things that are invented that shouldn't be invented. Ice cream, McFlurry between 2 hash browns at McDonald's is grotesque.
What a judger.
Dude, really?
Yes, I'm judging. Hey, speaking of judging, let me tell you right now, I'm not going to phones on that. Fester wants me to go to phones on ice cream between 2 McDonald's hash browns. All right, I'm moving on. And speaking
Go to the.
I mean,
Fester wants me to go to the phones.
You're wrong, man.
Fester's
I'm
holding
giving you
up.
the phone.
Fester's holding up his fingers like, go to the phones, go to the phones.
And you won't because you know you're taking an unpopular position on something and you're completely wrong.
All right,
I know,
fine.
it's
let's
very-
go to the phones.
Right now.
Let's go.
Oh,
All right.
no.
Only a few,
What are
only
you
a few,
doing?
only a few, just to prove a point.
Gross or not gross?
Yeah.
So 2 McDonald's hot hash browns with McFlurry in between making a sandwich.
Disgusting.
Yes. Disgusting or delicious?
And I'm a sweet and savory
Right.
person. I am,
All right,
but
I wanna-
that's not good.
I want to hear right now. Fester wants me to go to the phones. Let's go to the phones. Disgusting or not disgusting? 800-990-1047. Let's go. Fire up the phones right now. Is this disgusting or not disgusting? 800-990-1047.
I also like disgusting food combinations, and I don't like this.
What kind of
Okay.
disgusting food combination do you like?
Chicken McNuggets dipped in peanut butter and jelly.
Ugh. Oh, God.
Roxanne.
All right, phones are ringing. Andrew, screen away. Let's go. 800-990-1047. Fire up the phones. I need to know, disgusting or not disgusting? Fester thinks that this is genius, which
Every line is ringing.
I don't really believe. Yeah, because they're all going to say disgusting. Roxanne, you going to keep track of this or am I going to?
All right, what
I will.
happens if you win or
No.
Fester wins? Do I get?
Froggy keeps track. Roxanne's tainting the pool already with, it's disgusting.
I'm keeping track. I've just made a posted note here.
Here's my
All right, whoever loses gets punched in the crotch by the other person. We need some sort of something. Deal.
Deal.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
All right, let's go. Let's go to phones. We'll start with Rob in Seminole. Rob, 2 McDonald's hash browns with McFlurry in the middle, making a sandwich. Disgusting or not disgusting?
The reason all the lines are lit up is because it's disgusting and we want to move on.
Shut up, Rob.
Thank you. Don't tell my listener to shut up.
Yeah.
Rob, I apologize for Fester's attitude.
That's okay. I'm used to it. I've been listening to you guys since early 90s, so it's all good.
And I appreciate it, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Have a great day.
Thanks for nothing.
Michelle's in Tampa. Michelle, disgusting or not disgusting?
Absolutely disgusting.
What?
Yep.
Maybe this is a
Yes,
fat guy
let's-
thing.
Let's not solidify the fat in the hash brown. That nasty grease is going to be a nice clump between your teeth.
Oh, yum.
Yep.
What?
Michelle, thanks for the call.
You've not had a hash brown in a while, Michelle.
That's not how it works.
That's not really how it goes.
Let's grab Harry. Harry's in Newport Richie. Harry, disgusting or not disgusting?
Not disgusting. Actually, back in the 60s, McDonald's, and you'd have McDonald's French fries and vanilla milkshake.
Yeah, well, I know. And now it's Wendy's and Frosty. I'm
Take a
sorry.
walk right up
That's-
to the window.
Again, potato in ice cream. I'm sorry, it's disgusting.
It's offensive.
That whole thing is gross. Harry, thanks for the call. All right, so he's he's just playing
According to Harry's math, they've been doing this for 60 years.
he's just playing the contrarian game
No,
there.
he isn't.
Yes, he is. Tanya's in Sarasota. Tanya, disgusting or not disgusting?
I can tell you, MJ, but I'm agreeing with Fester too.
You think it's not disgusting?
That is correct. I do fries in the Frosty all the time, and I'm actually wanting to go try it right now.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, you're going to go buy 2 McDonald's hash browns and a McFlurry and make a McFlurry hash brown sandwich?
Why not? I'm a salty and sweet kind of girl. I like my Reese's Pieces and my popcorn. I like my fries and my Frosty. McFlurry and hash browns actually sounds pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the
I'm
world.
going to go try it now. Just
How about fresh grouper dipped in yogurt
That's so good. Fish goat
with chocolate sauce?
Fish
Thanks. Appreciate the call. All right, so we're tied now. We're like 2 disgustings and 2
All
not
right, I
disgustings.
hope you guys are ready to take one in the crotch.
Listen, for the record, MJ, I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest dessert in the history of mankind. I'm just saying it's
right.
interesting.
Sherry's in Plant City.
Is
Sherry, disgusting or not disgusting?
It is disgusting. Why do great things and ruin them by smushing them together?
You're 100% right. Thank you, Sherry.
You sound like the last person to not eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Stop
do I take 2 great things?
Stop insulting our listeners.
I'm conversing with him and pointing stuff out.
Are you keeping track, MJ?
Yes, I am. Kelly's in Kansas. Hello, Kelly. Disgusting or not disgusting?
Yeah, I love you, Fester, but I'm not trying that crap.
All right, so you just said you're not trying that crap, so you're disgusting, right, Kelly?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
All right, where in Kansas are you?
Just outside of Wichita.
All right, buddy. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Watch out for those tornadoes, okay?
All right, man.
All right, have a great day. Leah is in Clearwater. Leah, MJ Morning Show, disgusting or not disgusting?
It's Liam, and that is absolutely revolting.
All right, it's Liam.
Oh, no,
yeah, it says
you're
Leah.
slipping
Yep,
away.
yeah, look at this.
My fist is getting ready.
Fester is about to get a crotch shot, and I'm gonna designate Froggy as my surrogate to crotch shot Fester.
I don't know. He hasn't lost yet. How many calls you take?
Hey, Liam, thanks for the call.
Until you win?
No, listen, I'm well in the winner column right now. It is now 5-2. Disgusting versus not disgusting.
All right, John, I need you.
John is in St. Pete. John, disgusting or not disgusting?
Listen, it is disgusting, but I would rather eat that than a damn poke bowl.
Oh, come on. All right. Anyway, he gets the disgusting column.
Poking my eyes out.
Izzy in Tarpon Springs. Izzy, disgusting or not disgusting? McFlurry in between two hot hash browns at McDonald's.
It's hurlable.
It's hurlable. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That means he likes it.
Hurlable is disgusting.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard that word. I don't know what it means.
I don't know.
When you hurl?
Hurlable.
When you hurl, the thing is so grotesque, it's hurlable.
That makes sense now, I think.
All right, do me a favor, Izzy. Just say that it's disgusting to clarify.
It's caca and disgusting.
All right.
It's duty.
Thank you.
It's duty.
What are you,
yes,
2 years
yes,
old?
Andrew. We have enough calls. I'll just clear out the remaining 6. Barbara is in Newport Richie. Barbara, disgusting or not disgusting?
Not disgusting. I've got 5 teenagers, and they all do Frosty and fries all the time.
All right, but this is hash browns and McFlurry, but a similar similar concept. All right, John is in Newport Richie. John, hello.
Delicious.
What?
Oh!
It's delicious.
Woo. No, it's not. All right, listen.
Woo! Come back, trail.
You realize that Fester's about to get a crotch shot from Froggy, and you folks are ruining
Don't
this
take
now.
the pool.
All right, so, John, why do you say it's delicious?
Oh, haven't you had like a burger or fries and then take a sip of a
Vodka?
whatever?
Milkshake.
Yeah.
They're called milkshakes.
Flavorful. It's very good.
Yeah. You order a burger, fries, you get a chocolate milkshake.
This is a sandwich that people are eating made of hash browns with a McFlurry in the middle. John, thanks. All right, 3 more here. Randy's in Brooksville. Randy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Disgusting or not disgusting?
The minute hash browns reach room temperature, they are disgusting. So to make a sandwich out of them, turn them, get cold hash browns, it's disgusting.
Yeah, you get that oil film in your mouth and everything.
No. You got to eat them hot. You got to get 2 hot hash browns, plop it in, eat it quick.
It's disgusting. All right, 2 more. Hubert in Englewood. Hubert, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Disgusting or not disgusting?
I got to say, it doesn't sound that good, but I'm just pumped that they have McFlurries during breakfast.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Or do they still do they do breakfast till 10:30, right?
Are hash browns one of those? Do
I don't know if it's
breakfast
all
anymore?
day thing. All right, so wait a minute. So where are you? Are you in the disgusting list or the not disgusting list?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with disgusting. I don't really think that sounds great.
Yeah, there you go. Fester, you've totally lost this. Last call. Let's grab Rick.
I don't know.
Rick, there's no way Fester can win.
This is one's for quadruple the amount of
No,
points.
no,
Go
this is not quadruple or nothing. All right, Rick, disgusting or not disgusting? Rick!
God,
Where the hell did Rick go?
This is the one worth quadruple points?
Yeah.
Ma'am, are you there?
Rick, hello, Rick.
All right.
Rick, pick up the freaking phone.
Rick!
All right.
Froggy, can you scream for Rick?
Rick! Rick!
Hello?
All right, stop. Froggy, stop.
If anybody ever wants to know why we say turn your radio...
Hey, Rick, did our producer tell you to turn your radio down?
Rick?
I'm trying to talk.
Yeah, 28
Jesus.
seconds later. All
Trying to talk.
right, Rick, disgusting or not disgusting?
I'm still trying to talk.
Rick, you're talking.
He's talking to his radio now. He's talking to his radio.
He is.
I'm talking to the goddamn phone.
Rick, don't talk like that.
Rick, he doesn't know he's on the air.
Rick. All right, Rick.
Talk to your phone.
Rick,
Okay, I'm talking to my phone.
I turned your radio off.
I'm not listening to the radio.
All right,
the hell you
all right,
were?
Rick, is it disgusting or not disgusting?
It's disgusting.
Thank you.
Rick.
All right. Oh, my God. All right.
God. Punch me in the Rick already.
Listen, we always want people to call the show, but when you're on hold, you have to turn your radio down.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because there's a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20-second
All
delay.
right, Fester, time to pay your dues.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I'll
All right,
take
get the camera ready.
Hey, Andrew, can I get the digital tote board, please? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the totals are in. Let's go to the digital tote board. I am ready. Are you ready for the digital tote board? Go, hit it. And the totals are in. 10 callers just said that McFlurry between 2 hot McDonald's hash browns is disgusting. 10 said disgusting, and only 4 callers said not disgusting. The agreement was whoever loses, because I say disgusting, Fester said not disgusting, and the agreement was whoever lost gets a crotch shot. And Fester, you lose. Froggy, what is that on your?
Hold on,
what is on your hand?
It's a nut puncher.
Is that a nut puncher?
No, this is what it's called. I bought it. I bought it.
Hold on a minute.
It's metal. It's metal. No, dude.
Wait a minute. What is that on your hand?
Official nut puncher.
Hold on. Just
You wanna see it?
Just add. What is this?
It's meant for punching people in the nuts. It's a metal piece.
This is like.
I made it myself. It's an official nut puncher.
What? Where did this come from?
I don't know. We're sitting back here. I decided to hit Fester with it.
It looks
This
like one
looks
of
like-
the can lights we have
All
in the
right, I
studio.
won't use that. I won't use
It looks
that.
like the top of an acetylene bottle.
I won't
You know?
use it. Are we ready?
I want a bare knuckled NP.
Step back. Step back.
You can't have this metal thing on your hand to punch him in the crotch. All right, Froggy, here we go. I got to move on quickly here.
Should I go
so,
uppercut?
So Fester gets a nut punch. Fester gets a punch to the groin
This
for
is what you
losing.
get. Ready?
All right, and go.
Now move your hands.
All right, go ahead. Ow! Oh!
Oh, that took him down.
Oh
Oh.
no! Fester's on the ground. Fester, are you all right?
Oh, brother.
Oh, his voice just went a little higher, too.
in
I
here.
think I've got a little booty hole.
You got the whole thing.
Well,
Oh, man.
Andrew says he felt the floor shake in the producer's booth when Fester hit the ground. All
Earth shake.
right, there you go. Fester with a crotch
That's what
punch.
you get for talking so confidently.
Yeah, Mr. Confidence. How confident are you right now there,
Gotta
pal?
go. I need a minute. I'll be back.
Yeah. Do you really have to walk this off?
I gotta walk it off.
Okay, Fester's leaving the studio.
He racked me,
No,
bro.
Fester, you can't go anywhere.
Ooh.
Oh, give me 20 seconds.
Oh, he's look at. I've never.
I'm gonna be like this for like
All right, because
25 seconds.
we got to talk about Fester's I-4 idiocy.
Oh, look at his eyebrows. They're all squinched up. I've never seen that face from him. He's in pain.
Hey, when it comes to Fester, do you know what I-4 means?
I-4 means park your car on the side of the road.
No, I-4 means idiot 4. Okay? Because if you don't know the story, we told it yesterday, early in the show, then late in the show. For all of you listeners right now, Fester, step up to the mic. All right, here comes Fester's. Fester's fully recovered. Look at this, fully recovered. Now,
You've got a giant bag, dude. Sorry.
in just a minute, I'm going to get to my teased item, which is how long does it take for someone to realize that they want a second date? That's coming in a minute. How long does it take for someone to realize that they want a second date? Science in a minute. First, though, for our listeners during this time period, it is 7:52 in the morning. Oh, folks, don't forget, in the 9 o'clock hour, we now do the 9:10 must-hear story of the day. So every morning at 9:10, there's an item you gotta hear. So that's coming up at 9:10. Also in the 9 o'clock hour today, another reason to keep listening to the entire show. In the 9 o'clock hour, we'll give away another pair of Duran Duran concert tickets, Amalie Arena, coming up on June 17th. So if you want to go see Duran Duran, I got your tickets coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Keep listening. Now, the Fester situation where I-4 stands for idiot 4 in Fester's case, because if you didn't hear it on yesterday's show, Fester ran out of gas
This
on
is a
I-4.
idiot 4?
Yeah. Fester leaves his real job, which is at General RV in Dover, right along I-4, and his car says low fuel. The needle is below E, and Fester's like, hey, I can make it to the Travel America down on I-4 and fill up over there. Anyway, Fester didn't make it. Fester ran out of gas. Fester had to hit pound 347.
Right.
And this was, what day did this happen? This was Monday?
Monday evening?
Yeah, so Monday, Fester's got to hit pound 347 to get a hold of the Road Rangers.
How long did it take him to show up?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I've never done that.
It's like an hour and 15 minutes.
What? You're an idiot. That's
You could have called me. I would have brought you gas quicker than that.
I-4, idiot 4, because of Fester. So Fester runs out of gas, and you're on the side. You didn't tell us this part. You're on the side of the road for an hour and 15 minutes?
Yes. I would have told you. I have nothing to hide, but yesterday we didn't get to it, so that's what we're doing now.
First you didn't have AC because you had no gas, right?
No, I shut my engine off. I didn't even turn my radio on because if you leave the radio on, you kill the battery.
Yeah. So, folks, first of all, I would like to offer a heartfelt apology to the Road Rangers, to all of the Road Rangers that are cruising Florida highways and Tampa Bay area byways. My sincere apologies to all of the Road Rangers for Fester's idiocy. Guys, you have enough to worry about. You have enough serious issues, car accidents, circumstances beyond people's control where the car breaks down and the person has no idea. Fester had a perfectly preventable situation. His car indicated low fuel. His gas needle was below E. Fester knew he was on fumes. Fester was tempting fate, getting on I-4 westbound.
I was a mile away from my destination.
Whatever. And he runs out of gas, pulls over, and he has to tax the resources of the Road Rangers that probably need to be helping people with more significant and serious issues. So for that, folks, I'd like to apologize to all of the Road Rangers out there that do a fantastic job. And I wave to you guys all the time. Next one I see, I'll wave. All right.
Yeah, and they wonder, who's this crazy guy waving at me?
So thank you, Road Rangers, and my apologies to Fester. I've had numerous responses and feedback from listeners. Everything from, hey, Fester's a genius. He got free gas.
Okay,
folks, hey, sir, who sent me that message on Instagram, no, you don't get a fill-up. They don't fill up your tank with gas. Fester got a half gallon of gas.
Enough to get to the next exit.
Exactly.
That's all I got.
Fester got a $1.35 worth of gas or $2 worth of gas.
My Road Ranger was Kevin, by the way.
Kevin, thank you, Kevin. I'm sorry that you had to meet Fester.
Well,
and by the way, folks, if you haven't seen the images, there's a slideshow. There are 7 pictures on my Instagram. If you go to Certified MJ Radio, if you're on Instagram, go to Certified MJ Radio and look for Fester next to the Road Ranger in the reflective safety vest. And there are 7 pictures of Fester busted down on the side of the road, the guy putting the gasoline in the car, etc. All right, before I get to, so I apologize. So a lot of folks are like, oh, leave it to Fester. And then folks are saying, hey, didn't Fester almost run out of gas in the old Lincoln Town car on the Howard Franklin? Yep, he was taking me home. And the indicator said 0 range. I had to put gas. I had to scrape up like gas from my pressure washer to put into Fester's car in my driveway because he didn't even have a gas to make it out to Kennedy to get to a gas station.
The Lincoln gave me a countdown.
Yeah.
2 miles left, 1 mile left.
Whatever.
The caddy doesn't.
Now you know.
I had a caddy specialist contact me yesterday and say, dude, when the low lights turned on, you got 40 miles. And 41 miles, you're out.
Yeah. So Fester, he ruined his 2004 Lincoln Town car. Now he's driving a 2010 Caddy DTS, and he runs out of gas on I-4. So, Fester, stop tempting fate, and don't be an imbecile on the roads, okay?
Okay.
What's that guy's name again?
This is
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin looks like he's mocking you in that picture, doesn't he?
Kevin was mocking me the whole time.
He should.
He comes up to my car. He's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, I ran out of gas. He's like, yeah, obviously.
Did you tell him you're Fester?
No, I told him I'm Froggy.
Trying to get some free gas.
Anyway.
He said, I love your Al Pacino.
Folks, go ahead. Take a look at the images. There are 7 pictures on Fester, side of the road. Go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And, excuse me, while you're there, give me a follow. Give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio. You'll never know what's going to pop up like this. Like Chloe strikes again. Chloe, my yuckster, prankster, jokester daughter, who I guess thought it was funny when I was having my kidney stone episode, and I was all jammed up. I had two things going on. I'm trying to pass the stones that Dr. Malcolm Root busted up brilliantly with the lithotripsy while I was under general anesthesia at Tampa General Hospital. So he blasted the heck out of my 10-millimeter stone, and I passed the pieces. I'm done. The episode is over. I had a rough couple of days getting rid of the stones, but, man, much better than the alternative of, the stent and all that.
I know what I'm doing next time.
Gives me the willies. So, but during the episode, for the pain management, I had OxyContin or oxycodone and acetaminophen, whatever. I had Oxy and acetaminophen, the combo pill, and then I had the ketorolac, Toradol, and I was kind of alternating.
Okay.
And for those that have ever taken these opioid pills, you know that one of the side effects, it jams you up, man.
Do we really need to know that?
Listen, it's part of the story. That's where this is going.
The crux of this story relies on MJ's poor bowel function for a couple of days.
So I've got the kidney issue. I got the constipation. So guess what shows up this week? Chloe ordered a vest for Gatsby, one of our Jack Russell Terriers. You know how we've made fun of all those like therapy dog vests? All the people that, were pulling the old scam-a-lama ding-dong on the airlines.
Emotional support animals.
Emotional support dogs, so they didn't have to put their dog in a crate under the plane or have to buy a special under-the-seat arrangement. If your dog's small enough, you could put it in a Sherpa-type carrier and put it on the airplane. But they charge you like $100, $150 to carry your dog on board. So a lot of people were coming up with this racket of, the therapy dogs. The airlines have totally cracked down on that. That whole deal is done. Real service dogs, absolutely. Service dogs for the blind, service dogs for military members. I mean, real bona fide service dogs, absolutely. 100% support that. But all these racketeer folks that were pulling the old scambuki on the airlines with, it's my emotional support dog. It eases me when I fly, or, emotional support rabbits and gerbils and cats. Anyway, so Chloe, because of my, me being all jammed up on the opioids for a couple of days for the kidney stones, Chloe orders Gatsby a constipation therapy dog vest.
Perfect. Did you keep it on the dog for your evening walk? Because that's hysterical.
That's awesome. Chloe has a great sense of humor.
So, folks, the picture's up on my Instagram. If you want to see this, if you want to see Gatsby wearing a red constipation therapy dog vest, it is on my Instagram right now, Certified MJ Radio. Yeah, there are two pictures. There's one like full body Gatsby lying down on his little Costco Kirkland dog bed. And then there's one, a close up.
What a colossal waste of money.
That's what I told Chloe. It's like, hey, guess what? Guess who paid for this?
You did.
Of course I did, because it's on my credit card.
It's like a one-time joke, and
that's where the.
How much was it?
I'm like, Chloe, that's what I said. Hold on, let me see if I can get a hold of her.
I bet you it was like $27 or something.
Hang on a minute.
I bet you can return it.
That's when, how Chloe always gives you a hard time. Like, you're like, Chloe, why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? The defensive, no, you did. No, you are. This is perfect. It's like, Chloe, why'd you spend money on that? No, you did, Dad. You spent money on it.
That's a good point, actually.
I did.
Yeah.
I paid for it, and I'm like, where'd you get this? And then I said, how much was it? She said it was like... Said it was like $20. Hang on, let me get her on the phone. I think she should be available.
Better make her give you a $20 bill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's got an internship this summer, but so she's not making any money there.
Yeah, those don't pay much.
Hello?
Chloe?
Yes.
Where are you?
Dad.
Aren't you supposed to go to your internship this morning?
Yeah, well, I could, but I just decided not to go.
So we're on the air. We're on the air right now. You're in bed?
Yes.
All right, so you're obviously not listening to the show.
Nope.
We're talking about the constipation therapy dog vest that you purchased. What? Oh, really? It's funny?
Yeah.
Where did you order this thing?
Etsy.
From Etsy?
Yeah.
And I guess you can order any message you want on the dog vest?
Yeah.
And when did you think that it would be funny to order a constipation therapy dog vest for Gatsby?
When you were having your issues.
And how much was it?
Like $20.
And of course, it went on my credit card, right?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
It's funny though because I was a little worried that I wouldn't make it, just because of like the word constipation. Because when I initially ordered, you know the apron that Mom has.
Yeah, the biscuit bitch one.
When I went to go do that, one company wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't put biscuit bitch on an apron.
What?
Yeah.
They have morals. Unlike this company, they'll put constipation on a dog
You guys
vest.
love like silly little Spencers. Like your soap dispenser says, like, I'm sure you touched your nuts. Like, be sure to wash.
No. Michelle has a soap dispenser in the bathroom, in the guest bathroom, that says "wash your bleeping hands."
Yeah, and then another one says something about genitals.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's a towel.
Dad, yes.
What?
Dad, yes.
What?
See?
Yes, that's Julian's hand dispenser.
What does that one say?
It says you likely touched your genitals.
It's true.
What is it with you guys?
I don't even know what the hell's in my own house.
With these punny
I know,
sayings
you
everywhere.
love
Yeah,
You know what?
do.
You would think that we would have like a kitchen with all those wooden signs and plaques that you buy
That's
like
what it sounds like.
you buy at like Cracker Barrel.
Do you have
No, we don't. We don't.
good.
We don't.
Dressed is desserts backwards.
Yeah, he has a hat that says a kiss to cook.
Yeah, no, we don't have those little signs all over, but you'd think we would.
You sound like it.
All right, Chloe, you're such a prankster. So I come home and the vest is on Gatsby. So should I walk Gatsby with the vest tonight?
Yes.
I mean,
It's a conversation piece.
if you want your $20 worth, yes.
All right, maybe I'll shoot an Instagram live later tonight when I walk Gatsby with the constipation therapy dog vest. All right, folks, another reason to give me a follow on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. All right, Chloe, you... apparently, there are people online. There are people commenting on my Instagram. You know, LOL, funny as hell, all kinds of, smiley faces with the tears coming out and all that. So,
Chloe, is it an option just to stay home from your internship?
Yes, because it's very informal, and my supervisor kind of lets me come and go whenever I want.
So that's good to skip days.
yeah.
That's
So
what
so just be in bed at 8:05 in the morning.
Yeah,
that's
good.
That's
That's
a
what I'm
really
looking for.
really productive summer you got going on.
Nice to see your commitment to this internship. It sounds like more just hanging out.
Listen,
I was an intern at a radio station. I know how internships go. You're just kind of loitering. Hey, show up, don't show up. We may call authorities on you to have you removed. Whatevs. That's not really an internship.
All right, Chloe. All right, the vest was kind of funny. All right, thank you. You're keeping us on our toes. Always surprising us with something.
Okay.
You are quite a yuckster.
All right, Chloe, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so if you want to see the therapy dog, constipation therapy dog vest on our Jack Russell Terrier Gatsby, go to Certified MJ Radio on Instagram.
You can't go walking with it. You need to take it to a grocery store or something where people can read it. Like, go shopping
I told
with
you,
it.
I'm gonna bring him on my next flight. I'm gonna
but-
bring him to Tampa International Airport. I'm gonna board. No, this is my constipation therapy dog.
We need a constipation therapy midget vest
We stop.
for Shorty Shake.
He just walks next to MJ. Hey, man. You
Hey
can do
guys,
it.
all right, I'm running late on this, but better late than never. How long do you think it takes? How many minutes do you think it takes for the average person to know if they want a second date with the individual that they're out on a date with? How long do you think it takes?
Are we taking guesses here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, by the time the first drink's over?
No, I want you to stare at your microphone and not say a word.
Yeah, Froggy, just do that.
What's the category again?
It takes how many minutes for the average person to know if they want a second date?
2 minutes?
I don't know. As soon as you smell their breath.
Right?
As soon as you meet them, I would
Festa,
think.
what's your answer?
I would think like 2 minutes. Pretty soon you break the ice, you get to know them a little bit.
2 minutes? You know if you want a second date with somebody?
I mean, usually
All right,
people-
Froggy, what's your guess?
I say 1 hour.
So that'd be 60 minutes?
60 minutes.
All right, Roxanne.
So are you saying that I'm meeting this person for the first time? Like I met him on some sort of.
Well, Roxanne.
What?
All right, listen.
Tell me a
The
specific
question
scenario.
is, it takes less than 20 minutes for an average person to know if they want a second date. So obviously you're out on the first date.
Right, I
So
know.
how long does it take the average person to realize, if you're on the first date ever, how long does it take the average person to realize, hey, you know what? I want a second date.
I'm going to say 10 minutes.
You're the closest. So Froggy said 2 minutes.
No, he said 60.
No.
I said 2.
I'm sorry. Fester said 2. Did I say? Fester said 2. Froggy said 60. And then you said 10.
I say 10.
You're the closest without going over.
Okay, good.
$1, Bob.
Roxanne needs to know if that person has their own private plane.
Then
that makes a difference.
Then that only takes 2 minutes to figure out.
Yes.
I tell you what, after that story in Virginia, the heck with private planes.
Oh, yeah.
Never taken one again.
I don't take private.
The one you have parked in your third garage.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
John
right.
Travolta.
With the wings folded in.
Yeah, the whole family. We flew Southwest back from Connecticut over the weekend, and we were row 22 of a 24-row Southwest 737-700 series.
And Chloe was not happy about it.
No, that was going up.
Oh,
that was flying up. She didn't like her seat. That was when I flew up with her.
okay.
All right, here's the deal. It takes less than 20 minutes. So, Roxanne, boom, you were correct. Turns out, if you're out on a first date, the success of a first date is determined pretty quickly. So people make a determination very quickly whether the first date is actually a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And then it takes less than 20 minutes for the average American to know if they want a second date. This is according to research. This is new research survey of 2,000 single Americans who are dating and or looking for a partner revealed the average respondent knows whether or not they'd like to see someone again at roughly the 19-minute mark of their first date. It may vary by age, too, as older respondents have higher standards for a potential partner. 67% of Gen Z said they have high standards, while 77% of Gen X said the same. When it comes to the date itself, physical appearance is important to 44% of respondents, but a greater value is placed on manners, 51%. Personality is 48%. Conversational skills, 47%. So physical appearance out of that list of 4 is actually the lowest percentage. Physical appearance is behind manners, personality, and conversational skills.
Yeah, because in person you feel those things, and if you're just looking at them on a website, you just have the picture to judge.
You know what? Let's grab a couple of calls on this. I didn't know whether I was gonna, but you know what? This might be interesting. So let's go to phones on this, and I'd like to hear from our listeners on, do you agree? Have you been out on a first date and less than 20 minutes of the first date, you knew that you wanted to have a second date with that person? So men, women, whatever. Let's go. Let's hit the phones here quickly. 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. Just like to know whether it's something recent. Maybe it's something that happened some time ago, some years ago. Would you like to confirm or deny? How long did it take for you? Do you concur less than 20 minutes to realize that you want a second date while you're out on your first date? Or any variation in between? I mean, maybe you have an anomaly to the story. Maybe you hated the person on the first date, and then somehow you reluctantly agreed to a second date, and then maybe it blossomed and bloomed from there. All right, so any aspect of the story, but the real core is, do you agree it takes less than 20 minutes for the average person to know if they want a second date while they're on their first date ever? 800-990-1047. Phones are ringing. We're screening right now.
I would say that anytime I meet someone, period, I am making a judgment in the first 2 minutes if I like them or not. And then if I decide I don't like them, I'm like, Roxanne, stop being such a bitch. Give them a chance. And then 60 minutes later, I still don't like them.
She talks herself into spending more time with people she doesn't like. So she's like, all right, I got to go.
So you're all preoccupied with that?
Yeah. I mean, I can figure it out pretty quickly. Is my point if I like someone or not.
All right.
Right?
Phones are ringing. Phones are getting screened. Let me grab. Let me start with line 2 and Amber. Amber on 2. Can I grab Amber, please, guys? Can you put Amber on hold?
Hold on, Amber.
Amber, hang on a second. I want to go to you first here. Can I get Amber? There we go. All right, Amber's on 2.
Like, his personality was...
Hi, Amber. Hold on a sec. Let's start again. Amber, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
All right, go ahead. Start from the beginning. Go.
I went off of dates a lot, and they were possibly one of the rudest people I've ever met. Looks are not everything. They're not. My now fiance I'm with took me forever to get to him. He was amazing. His personality was great, and it's not all about looks. It's about personality and conversation.
All right, so hold on. What was the first one you were talking about? So did you say you went on a date and it was what was the first thing you said?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What was the first thing you said? Did you say that you had a bad date?
It's not all about looks. The first date I went on was horrible. You know, I thought the guy was cute, and I went out with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was one of the rudest people ever.
Okay, so the guy was cute, first date, and that was a rude date, so there was no second date, right?
There was no second date.
All right, so how quickly in that particular date, how quickly in the rude first date, how quickly did you know that there was going to be no second date?
The way that he treated me, he had this one flaw that ticked me off. Every time I tried to talk, he'd cut me off and make it all about him.
Oh, nice. All right. So how many minutes before you determined that you were done with this guy and there's no second date? How many minutes?
Probably about 10 minutes.
And did you go through with a long date or did you terminate and cut the date short? Did you find some excuse to get out of there?
I had my mom call me and say that we had an emergency, so I cut the date short.
So how did you indicate? Did you text mom and say, Mom, call me?
I went to the bathroom first and texted her. I was like, please call me, help me.
Yeah,
And she called.
yeah, it's
So obvious.
the old emergency phone call trick to get out of a date. Amber, thanks for and now you have a guy you met and now you're engaged?
Yes, I am. Getting married in December.
Oh, Amber, how old are you?
I'm almost 21.
Oh, awesome.
A little
Amber,
young, Amber. You might want to reconsider.
No, you stop it.
21?
Amber, how old is the guy you met?
He is 22. He's turning 23 this year.
Oh, it's
That's
great.
it's like a Jake Bon Jovi, Bobby Millie Brown deal going on here.
Let's hope.
Yeah, Amber,
We did it in high school.
Amber, thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Thank you so much. I love the show.
I appreciate
So
it.
it's a good idea to marry your high school sweetheart.
Oh, it always works out really well.
Buena in Bradenton. Buena, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Buena, we are fantastic, and we're even better now that you called. So, Buena, do you agree that it takes less than 20 minutes on a first date to know that you want to do a second date with that person?
Absolutely.
Can you give us an example?
Example. If I go on a date, I already have in my mind the best computer, what I'm looking for in a person, and the first thing is manners and respect.
Manners and respect. Sounds good to me.
And the way he treats a lady, like a lady. The man is supposed to be the king of the castle, and the queen is by his side. So it goes both ways.
Whoa.
Then how he perceives himself and who he puts first in this meeting for a date. Is it about him? Is it about us? Or is it about everybody else but us?
Tell you what, Buena's got her ducks in a row.
Boy, that is a muy
Yep.
buena explanation.
Muy buena.
Didn't see that
Muy
coming.
buena. Muy
Muy
buena.
buena. Thank you, Buena. Hey, have a great day, Buena.
Adios.
You too.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Bobby, all right, I'm going to take one more call on this. Tell the other calls thanks. Bobby, just one more. I got to move on here.
Bobby.
But hello, Bobby. Bobby's in Newport Richie. Hello, Bobby. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
How you doing, MJ?
Yeah, doing fine. All right, so what's the deal?
Okay, the deal is for me, I usually can tell right away, but I agree with Roxanne. You know, after 20 minutes, if I still feel that way, you know, it's pretty much a done deal.
Right, Bobby?
right?
Yeah.
Right.
There you go, Bobby. Thanks for the call.
I gotta say, Bobby's call wasn't quite as bueno as Buena's. See? Oh no.
You know what? Fester got a little better for a while. Now obnoxious Fester's coming back.
Just try to make jokes here, people. That's all.
All right, speaking of relationships, this is a perfect segue. I got an email recently from an individual who is related to a couple that got married on the MJ and BJ roller coaster wedding at Busch Gardens back in the 90s.
I remember that.
Holy, I mean, this is unbelievable.
Was that Gwazi? What was that? What roller coaster was it? Like the two roller coasters?
I remember listening to that on the way to high school.
I mean, this is unbelievable. So, Russ Allen, I have his phone number. So I've got to try to set this up because they're coming up on like almost 30 years married.
Well, they got married at a radio station promotion and they're still together.
Folks, we did the Busch Gardens roller coaster wedding where we had couples married on the roller coaster at Busch Gardens. And this is back in the mid-1990s. And I was contacted by a relative of the couple that got married on the roller coaster that's still married almost 30 years later. And we got to set this up. We got to get them on. And guess what?
What?
They're going to suggest that we reset it up and see how many couples we can scrape up to retake their vows on the Busch Gardens roller coaster.
Oh, to renew their vows?
Yeah, renew their vows roller coaster wedding now.
Why don't you just...
decades later.
Instead of that, which seems really hard.
I mean, how many couples were there 50 couples? I mean, it's been 3 decades ago. I mean,
how about new couples?
Do we have a list? I mean, we'd have to open up to everybody who wants to renew their
Call
vows.
me crazy, but how about new couples that want to get married?
Or just do a all new roller coaster wedding?
Yeah, so
I don't want to see a bunch of old people. Like, I married her 30 years ago.
Then they all have heart conditions, so they can't do it.
Seriously, it's a pretty dramatic roller coaster.
So they get there and see the sign. You should not ride if you have a heart condition.
Damn it. Honey, I love you, but I don't mean to
What was that, Roxanne?
I mean, yeah, or have a heart incident on the ride while it's being recreated.
Yeah,
That would not be good.
Let's find like a group of newlywed people.
We have talked about this numerous times on the show.
Is that a no?
I'm moving along here. I'm just saying.
I guess it's a no.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and try to set it up with this guy Bobby and his wife. I'm gonna try to get them on the show and see if they want to talk about their wedding all these years later after we did the MJ and BJ morning show roller coaster wedding. All right, what are you guffawing about over there?
I no comments.
He's chortling.
No comments.
All right, so we've talked about this on the show numerous times, and then it was like earlier this week, the St. Pete Police Department, they put out a local alert. This is something we've talked about for, it's got to be a couple of years on the program, and it's people falling for these phishing scams where they think they're meeting somebody online, they're getting texted, it's some kind of social media hit, and I'm going to tell you right now that, man, I'm getting phished all the time. For instance, like on my Instagram, I'll get a direct message from somebody, hey, how you doing? You're cute. And, it's like, what? Come on, what the hell is this? No one's saying I'm cute and sending me a direct message. So, you look at their profile and it's like, it's like some, attractive woman from somewhere in Asia, and she's got pictures on Instagram of her like with Chanel purses and all kind, holding expensive jewelry and that kind of thing. Or, what the latest thing is, and we've talked about this as well, is just getting texts, just random texts. Like I got one yesterday. Let me see if I can find this. I got one of those, hey, how you doing? Here we go. From area code 314, which that's, I think, the St. Louis area. So I get a text. This was from Monday, 12:28 p.m. on Monday. Hey, how you doing? Folks, you got to be careful with those things. These are phishing scams. They're, it's like a little con scheme going on. They get you talking. They get you comfortable. Hey, my name is this. They send you like a picture. It's like some attractive person. And then you get into this online, banter back and forth. Next thing you know, they coax you to send them a nude picture. Then they have your nude picture. Then they threaten to blackmail you. I want $10,000. That's what's going on here. And you've got recently the St. Pete police are trying to warn people. Here's a story. Before I get to the St. Pete police story, locally, here's a story of a 15-year-old kid who made a stupid mistake. The mother of the 15-year-old, she was in a Facebook group talking about the mistake that her son made. 15 years old. Mom said he sent a nude picture of himself to what he thought was a girl on Instagram. And no, it's one of these blackmail scams where you send a picture and then they've got a nude photo of you, and then they blackmail you and they say, hey, we're going to send this to all your friends. We're going to send it to all your relatives. We have your address book. If you don't pay us money, this is a whole big racket that's going on. So this is a story of a 15-year-old kid that got blackmailed, happening all over the world, happening all over the United States. And then locally, the St. Pete police, earlier this week, they're warning about this increase in what they're seeing. They're getting tons of reports about folks being blackmailed. So St. Pete police warning about this terrible increase in online sexting, blackmail, sextortion involving nude photos. And since the beginning of this year, the St. Pete Police Department says that their detectives have investigated 34 cases involving underage people and adults. So it's both underage and adults, more than twice the number that they had during the same time frame last year. And again, that's the scam. It's a con racket. It's a confidence game. So the person reaches out, meets somebody on a dating app, social media. Sometimes it's these texts that just show up out of nowhere. Hey, how you doing? Folks, that should be like red alert number 1. You get a text from some number that you have no idea what it is. Hey, how you doing? Run, delete it, block it. I left it on my phone just because I wanted to talk about it, but I'm going to block it now because I've talked about it. But that's what happens. So the individual that is doing the phishing and the scamming says, hey, man, you're cute. They have a conversation. You think you got something going on. Hey, let's exchange photos. And then like if it's a guy that's being targeted, they get a picture of an attractive woman. And then you're having this conversation. And then the so-called woman on the other end, which it's not, it's going to be a hairy fat guy on the other end of the line there, then says, hey, can you send me a picture of yourself? Oh, I want a sexy photo. And then they coax people to send them a nude photo. And the minute you send them that photo, you're cooked, you're done, because then that's when the scam artist says, hey, we're going to publicly post your nude photo all over the internets. We're going to post it all over the place on social media. We're going to send it to all your friends, your relatives, unless you pay up now. And it's a racket. St. Pete police are now saying that they have double the amount of cases up to this point this year than they did last year.
So first piece of advice is don't get scammed by a stranger on the internet into sending them nude photos. That's the first piece of advice. But if you do that, if you make that mistake, then just call their bluff if it's a good picture. Be like, yeah, send it to my family and friends.
Easy for you to say. What if it's Fester or me, MJ? Oh, God. Can you imagine?
I'll give somebody $10,000 to ask for my nude picture. Nobody's asking me.
Do not put yourself in a position of being blackmailed via sexting. Don't send nudes. Do not send a nude photo. One of the memes out there is that the nudes last forever. Listen, the internet lasts forever. So just be very, very careful. It's a racket. Sometimes
nudes last forever, but your body doesn't. So take them when you're young.
All right, Roxanne, come on.
Roxanne would be like, here's me in 1994. Click.
Can somebody tell me, where did this come from?
Okay, so this week, and our company is getting behind this. It's Say Something Nice.
All right, I'm
Week.
holding this up to MJTV, but for those that are just listening to the audio portion of the program and not watching MJTV, I'm holding up my slip of paper is pink. Fester has one that's goldenrod yellow.
Mine's pink, my favorite color.
There's like 10 different colors,
Right.
or half a dozen colors of just pieces of paper that has a photocopy on it of Say Something Nice. And you have to write a comment, or you optionally can write a comment about a particular coworker.
This is a printed sheet of paper, and I don't know, what is it, about 6x8 or something, like like a big index card size.
It's a half sheet.
And it says Say Something Nice Week, June 5th through the 11th. And then there's a little box to say something nice. And then there's a line in recognition of.
So like you put like, let's say Tyson in our promotions department. You put Tyson at the bottom, that's in his name. And then you write, he's always helpful, or he's a super nice guy.
And I'm doing Fester right now.
Okay, great.
In recognition of Fester.
So you have to say something nice.
Fester has hemorrhoids the size of Twinkies.
Oh.
And where do we post this? Do we like hang it on the wall?
Yeah, so we have a wall full of other employees who actually put things not necessarily acknowledging people and their hemorrhoid size, but other things.
Fester has luxurious back hair.
That's sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
Say so.
Wait, who do we, in recognition of, that's who we're writing it
Yeah,
to?
yeah, you can write about anybody you want.
And then you say something nice. You know,
Mine's going to Ron DeCastro.
Is this going to go bad?
I don't. It hasn't. Here's the thing. I don't know that anybody here has the cojones to sabotage this entire thing.
God. Froggy just wrote one in recognition of Ron DeCastro, our new market manager, general manager.
Yes.
Froggy Say Something Nice is clean the building, fix snack machines, get cups, get soap. Yeah, because our bathrooms notoriously have no soap after you go to the bathroom.
That sounds like a suggestion box
That's
entry,
the
Froggy.
suggestion
Next
box.
one, hang on a minute. Clean blood and vomit on doors. And the next one, the last one is build us a new studio. This place is a dump.
Yes.
All right, so this is
That's mine.
Froggy obviously wrote very small because it's not that big a space.
Are you going to hang that on the wall?
Of course. I'm going to be a part of the fun activity.
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of hand washing, man, a lot of things are kind of segueing into each other today. Oh, by the way, it's 8:30, actually rolling up on 8:31. Folks, coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, first of all, we got our must-hear item at 9:10. So at 9:10 this morning, our must-hear MJ Morning Show content, every morning 9:10, an item you got to hear. And also in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to give away the Duran Duran tickets, Amalie Arena, June 17th. So if you'd like a pair of Duran Duran tickets free, listen next hour, 9 o'clock hour. I'll tell you exactly when to call in. So the latest study finds item, speaking of, hey, Froggy, no soap in the bathrooms.
Yes.
I actually called Ron DeCastro on that.
Yeah.
He had just gotten off an airplane from New Jersey.
I
And
know,
I'm
we didn't get to
calling him
talk
about this no freaking soap in the bathroom for 2 days in a row.
It's important.
Yeah, and of course it's important. So the latest here is, this is gross. Study finds 45% of adults skip the soap when they wash their hands.
Ew.
Yeah.
What? How do you
Haven't you
even-
seen those folks? Like you're in a public restroom and they just, and a lot of times it's the motion activated sink. They just stick their hands in, wet it just slightly, and wash my hands.
Remember the famous guy I saw
Yes.
go to the bathroom and not wash?
Yes.
Famous newsman?
Oh, Sam Donaldson.
Sam
Yes.
Donaldson, yes.
That's right. ABC's Sam Donaldson was in our old building. He was in town doing something, and he was using our studios. And Sam Donaldson goes to the bathroom, comes out of the stall. Froggy's in the bathroom.
Yes.
And Sam Donaldson from ABC News. From ABC News, bathroom headquarters on Gandy and Tampa. This is Sam Donaldson not washing his hands. Ew!
He went straight for the door.
Oh,
And
man.
keep in mind, like you said, he came out of the stall. people.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
those newsmen.
Yeah, seriously, he came out of a stall and he did not wash his hands.
Speaking of a reporter, I reported it immediately.
According to Froggy.
Oh, Sam.
Oh, gross.
Sam.
Froggy, like, we have breaking news. Sam Donaldson doesn't wash his hands.
He's in the building still.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, this is pretty gross. How often do you wash your hands? Well, according to the Healthy Hand Washing Survey from the Bradley Corporation, 93% of adults believe that hand washing is essential to maintaining overall health. Who the hell are the 7% that don't think that hand washing is an important safety feature or mechanism or something you should do to keep clean and keep sanitary? Who are the 7%?
There are legit people who think that we overwash our hands and that introducing germs to your system only builds a stronger system. So I'm not one of those most of the time, but there are those people.
Well, it is a courtesy thing. You in the bathroom, you touch your privates, you wash your hands. It's kind of common sense.
Oh, well.
45% of adults skip the soap when washing their hands. That's nasty. That is not cool at all. Oh, speaking of Busch Gardens, we're just talking about the Busch Gardens
the
roller coaster wedding. Well, guess what? We got an update. Remember this imbecile?
Another wild Karen! Mikey!
They arrested that guy. That's the dude that jumped into the alligator enclosure last week.
Oh, he got busted, huh?
They found him. Because the dude posted like an 8-minute video on YouTube.
Is it still up?
I think it must be. So the guy that jumped into the alligator. I love this. This is from Channel 8. Listen, let me read this. From Channel 8, WFLA. On your side. Listen to how they start the story. The man who allegedly jumped into the alligator habitat at Busch Gardens on Wednesday has been arrested, according to Tampa police. What do you mean allegedly? This video of the guy, there's no alleged here.
He's right there in the alligator.
He's in the enclosure at Busch Gardens in Temple Terrace. The guy is in the enclosure. There's no alleged. There's no allegedly. He's there.
Why can't we speak about actual events that took place with factual data?
Maybe the allegedly part is the jump. Did he jump? Did he walk? Did he hop over something?
Yeah, he's sitting there going, "Oh, crikey!"
He's obviously in there.
Did he get sucked in by an invisible vortex that we couldn't see?
And here's the guy.
All right, get back out. Another wild Karen! Mikey! It's very dangerous. Surrounded here, guys. All of the Karens like to see
There's no
guys. They like us around.
Yeah, the most recognizable thing is when he says, "I'm not the wild Karen, crikey."
Another wild Karen! Mikey!
Just disrespectful.
So what's
to
his
the
name?
memory.
Jacob Percival.
Percival and nothing after he has to pay his bail.
Yeah, Percival, Pursifull. I don't know how to pronounce it other than Percival.
Yeah.
Police say that Jacob Percival, 23 years old, jumped over the fence, entered the enclosure, while another subject videoed the event. So he had a cohort that was videoing him because they were just shooting this for hits. They were just shooting this to put it up on social media. Another social media moron at Busch Gardens. So they tracked him down. The guy posted on YouTube. So, I mean, how long was it going to take for this guy to get busted? Obviously not long at all. Busch Gardens said, "We will not tolerate this blatant disregard for our safety rules and are working with law enforcement on this matter. The safety and well-being of our guests, ambassadors, and animals remain a top priority." Percival was located and arrested in the 6500 block of Commerce Palms Drive on Monday night. He had charged with burglary, theft of service, trespass. He was, as of yesterday, he was being held at the Orient Road Jail.
They post or issue a bond for him?
Now, apparently, we're hearing he's been released.
Okay.
So he's been released. I wonder, I mean, this is a good job. I mean, Tampa police tracked the guy down. It's, it's not like, they kept on the story. They kept investigating.
Yeah, this is one they want to solve. I'm watching the whole video right now. He
Yeah.
spent a lot of time in the enclosure.
He did.
He's lucky he didn't get attacked, which would have been awesome.
But they're so well fed that they weren't even hungry for him.
That's the other side. These alligators are pretty well cared for. They're not looking to hunt anybody down.
But anytime they see somebody come in there, they associate that with being fed.
Well, Roxanne, you pointed out that they were like really docile. It was almost like, didn't you ask whether they're drugging the alligators
Are
at
you
Busch Gardens?
Trying to get the Busch Gardens people to hate me?
No,
I mean, just a hypothetical.
No,
I mean,
I think you had asked last week, or I think you had asked.
I sent in an email Monday to you.
No, I'm sorry. Monday, we talked about this on Monday because we weren't here on Friday because I went to Julian's graduation. We would have talked about this last Friday when the story broke, but on Monday, I thought you commented earlier this week that it was almost like the alligators were on tranquilizers.
Yeah, either heavily sedated or like animatronics, not even real alligators. Just
It's funny. I saw an alligator behind a 7-Eleven the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah, and it was buying fentanyl. From a drug dealer.
You did
I'm like,
not.
Gators do
First of all,
drugs.
it's not fentanyl. It doesn't rhyme with Tylenol. It's fentanyl. It's NYL. Fenta, F-E-N-T.
Second of all, alligators don't buy drugs.
Right.
Thanks for your advice.
No, but
All right.
so many people mispronounce fentanyl.
Your joke still wasn't funny, Froggy. Doesn't matter how you pronounced it.
Now, Unfunny Fester is now calling out Froggy.
You guys. So in the extended version of the video, MJ, watch this. You see him hop out of the enclosure and then make a run for it.
Yeah, can we play the audio?
I
here?
haven't screened
Probably
it.
not.
What?
Oh, well, you know what? What the heck? Just do it.
Listen, I got a dump button.
I've been watching. He's like in the enclosure now for like 3 minutes, and this is him.
All right, so where's the part where he's jumping out?
Play it here, and it's like in 10 seconds.
We're security.
Another wild Karen! Crikey! We are getting bombarded and surrounded here, guys. All of the Karens like to sneak up on you guys. They like to surround you. We're gonna try to see if we can sneak out of here.
He hops the fence.
Oh, shit.
Then I think he dropped an S-bomb right there. He said, "Oh bleep," and then he runs
And he runs out of the park.
Then he runs out of the park, and all to shoot a video to try to get hits. So again, and guess what? Now the guy's gotten all the attention he wanted because TPD tracked the guy down, and he's been arrested. And now he has bonded out, apparently. But he's going to buy himself a ban from Busch Gardens for life.
Oh, yeah. Probably from all parks associated.
So what happens to this guy? Does he go to jail for a month?
Well,
what's the penalty?
They have
listen,
to make a lesson out of him.
Well, listen, that's to make a lesson.
Yes.
So listen,
Lesson.
he was arrested. He bonded out. He's been charged. He's going to have to appear in court. I think Busch Gardens ought to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. The Busch Gardens ought to work with the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office, the 13th Judicial Circuit, and they ought to prosecute this guy, throw the book at him, make an example out of him. And listen, it's going to be up to a judge or a jury trial. But listen, the guy's a 23-year-old idiot that's just trying to get internet hits and YouTube clicks. So he jumps into the alligator enclosure, but he didn't remain too free in the wild for long, did he, Festa?
It looks like he has to wait in the tram line to take him back to his car. This really wasn't the best thought out escape plan.
No, this guy's a dope.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so he's been busted. Hey, Roxanne, I think you sent me the story, and I did you misinterpret this, or am I wrong? I mean, if you did misinterpret it, it actually makes it funnier. But you sent me an item. Hey, Andrew, all the phones are ringing. Can you find out why all the phones are ringing, please? I didn't give the number out, but all the phones are ringing here. So Roxanne sends me a story, and it was like, ooh, that's really old. And the comment was to the story about breastfeeding children longer linked to better test scores as teens.
Yes.
Roxanne, hold on. Did you read this as teens had better scores on tests if they were being breastfed into their teens?
Yeah. No, I read it that way to be funny.
Oh,
I was trying to
are
be
you
cutesy,
sure?
Cutesy wootsy.
Oh, I just tried.
And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I could breastfeed my kids into their teens just to get them good grades.
The deal is that mothers who breastfeed may improve their children's performance on school exams all the way into their teen years. Not meaning you got to keep breastfeeding until they're in their teens. No. Although we've had some creepy stories over the years of like women still breastfeeding their kids at like 7, 8, 9 years old. I mean, that's gross. I'm sorry. But yeah, apparently when you breastfeed at a young age, and listen, most breastfeeding I think should be done by what, 1?
I tried to go for a year with both of mine, and I did as long as I could. But Daviana was like during COVID. I think I went like 4 months with her.
Listen, you should be done. Roxanne, you have breasts.
Do I?
All right, and you are a mother.
Yes.
So what do you think? Do you agree with me that breastfeeding should be done at about a year?
I think that whatever a woman wants, however long she wants to do it, it is her choice. It is her child. I know that we see that as weird. I'm going to make a confession. So I look back when I first had my daughter, and I'm not kidding you, I would breastfeed everywhere. I would never pull my full boob out so anyone could see anything, but I thought nothing of sitting in a restaurant and doing it.
Yeah, but what's the confession? The child was still like a year, right?
Yes, under a year. This and I listen. I wasn't like, nobody ever saw nipple or anything like that.
Oh.
But
nobody. Hold on. Hey, Andrew, can you ISO that, please? Nobody ever saw a nipple or anything like that. Mark the time down. 8:44.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what you think, right?
That's a good one for the wall of Roxanne audio bites.
Good one. I just remember being in a restaurant in North Carolina, looking back, and I just like wasn't even a booth or anything. I was just like, I was on vacation. I'm like, oh, I got to feed the baby. Now, when I see that, it's almost shocking. But when you're in the moment of motherhood and you just know the most important thing is to feed your baby and take care of your baby, you don't care. You just don't care.
Was the baby 12?
No, she was like 8 months.
So natural breastfeeding isn't necessarily the issue. It's the age.
All right. Hey, guys, this ends an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Actually, I went a couple of minutes over. So even bonus minutes of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show. Coming up, another long chunk, we've got the 9-10 must-hear story of the day. And I'm going to give you a little teaser. The 9-10 must-hear is that lottery story, that huge, massive, biggest Powerball jackpot thing ever. Dude, this thing is really, really heating up. This thing is do you see what's going on now?
What's the update?
There is a serious update. So hang on. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. We're loaded. Oh, another check scam. We've warned people about this, and we got a bad story to tell you. Did you see that Apple is changing the autocorrect on a certain word?
Oh, really?
Yep. And then I think Roxanne's got a technical question for me, even though I'm not an Apple user. All right. And then, man, the whole golf deal. We don't do much golf on the MJ Morning Show.
We ought to talk about this.
But the whole PGA thing and the Saudi-owned Live Golf Tour and the merger yesterday, oh, my God, people are livid. Get it? Live? Live-id. Live-id. All right, hold on.
Everybody has a price. Let's put it that way.
You know what? This is really nauseating. This is so sick. Folks, you got to hear the next segment. We're loaded next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Let's talk about... here, Roxanne and Froggy and Fester. The MJ Morning Show is on Q105. That is 104.7 FM. So we're at 8:58. Couple of minutes. We'll start the 9 o'clock hour. We'll give away Duran Duran tickets for the show at Amelie coming up on the 17th of June. So you could win a pair of Duran Duran tickets momentarily sometime in the 9 o'clock hour. Also, my Big 9-10 story is coming up. The must-hear Big 9-10 story is happening in minutes. Don't miss this. I'm fascinated. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm fascinated. First, though, I just teased this over the intro of Michael Jackson, and I'm just not buying this. Fester's trying to give me the business that people are coming out of the woodwork demanding the Louis and Louie podcast. And I just don't believe that.
I believe it.
What are you talking about? I got so many. As many people are telling you that you look buff.
Yeah,
are triple that are telling us they want the Louis and Louie.
Roxanne, don't humor them.
I'm not.
Don't feed into these guys.
The
Come on.
texters are speaking about the Louis and Louie podcast.
What are they saying?
They want it.
Louis called. I heard Louis called Fester Louis called Louis last night. And left
Louis
him a
Anderson
voicemail.
called Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, I left him a long voice.
All right, so this is a podcast with two dead guys. Louis Anderson,
There
the
might be a little echo.
former comedian and the former host of a very short period of time for the Family Feud.
Hang on, Louis. You under the desk?
It's a podcast from heaven.
Of course, I'm always under the desk. Hey, thanks for having me on the show, everybody. Louis Anderson. Welcome to the feud.
And then
Anybody have a cupcake or some sort of treat?
Fester is going to do the voice of Louis Armstrong.
That's true.
You're going to have to spit out more words than that if we're going to do a whole podcast, Louis. You know?
Hey, guys, how long is the... Let me interview Louis and Louie right now.
All right.
All right, so...
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Louis Anderson. Great to have you on.
And by the way, let me introduce you to my co-host. This is Louis Armstrong. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Hi, Louis Armstrong.
Hello. How are you today?
Now, how long is this podcast going to be?
Well, we figure about maybe like 15-minute episodes. Not like...
I was thinking 3 hours an episode.
Well, most of it will be me playing my trumpet.
Well, we're going to have a special trumpet segment.
And then we wrap up each podcast with a duet.
And we're going to have Louis' foodie of the day.
Yes.
And Louis'
what?
Louis' foodie of the day. What don't you get?
And then we will also give relationship and sex advice.
No, that's where I come in.
Wait, who are you supposed to be?
Yeah, which one are you?
Who are you?
This is Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's trying to get in on our action.
Now,
I'm trying to rip off our gig.
Listen.
Now, Louis Armstrong, will you sing like one of your most famous songs of all time? Will you sing What a Wonderful World?
I will. That is the duet that Louis and I will sing at the conclusion of each episode of the Louis and Louie podcast.
Let me give you guys a little bit of echo right now, okay?
All right, let's see, because we're both 6 feet under.
Let me give you this a little bit of echo right now, guys. And if you could, let me bring up the echo. Check.
All right, we're going to do our duet here? Oh, look at that.
All right, so why don't you guys go ahead and just give me a little bit of What a Wonderful World. You ready?
I sure wish we had more music than we do echo.
Maybe some lyrics might help.
It's okay. Listen, I know the lyrics. I wrote the damn song.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
Red roses too.
I see them blue.
I see them blue.
For me and you.
For me and you.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I love you, Louis.
I love you, Louis.
See?
All right,
Listen.
and then coming up, we'll have an interview with our book author.
We're MJ, listen, we're actually going to rook real people trying to get on radio shows.
You said rook. It's book.
Book, rook. You know what I mean.
get you've been dead for years.
You're going to book them and then rook them.
We're going to, because there's like a group of people that will bend over backwards to get on some podcast.
It's true. We're going to interview all kinds of people.
Can I get a second verse, please?
So if you have yeah, absolutely.
I see skies of blue. And clouds of...
food?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm so hungry.
They're not made of mashed potatoes either, Louis. Clouds of white.
Clouds? What the hell's white?
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Louie and Louie podcast.
I would like some audience participation.
Survey says...
What do you guys think of the idea?
Guys, this is all this. I want to hear the first 15-minute episode of the Louie and Louie podcast.
Listen,
you
guys.
should play some of the voicemail I left you yesterday, Louie.
Oh, no.
It's really... MJ, I've been trying to talk Louie into interviewing a guest author. She wrote a book called Woke Work.
Woke
Places.
Woke workplaces.
Woke workplaces.
Which is crazy because I would have to woke to do my work.
Do you want to hear some? He
No.
must have deleted
I
it.
deleted it.
Hey, Roxanne, what are the texters saying?
The text line is blowing up with people who I love Louie and Louie podcast. Texters who have never texted before. They're crazy AF. I want it.
Oh my
Laughy
God.
faces. Is that Cookie Monster? Fester sounds like Cookie Monster.
First of all, the answer is yes. Louis Armstrong did do the voice of Cookie Monster for 14 seasons
It's
in
true.
Sesame Street.
Completely true.
Actually, Louis Armstrong died in 1971,
So that would only be 2 seasons.
Yeah, a couple of
Because
seasons.
Sesame Street started in 1969. Yeah. So,
But keep your eyes open for the podcast.
all right, guys, I got to move
We
along.
need some trumpet music.
Guys, I'm moving along. Louie and Louie, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate
We'll
it.
do like a cooking
All right,
segment.
stop. It's enough.
All right. Coming soon.
And don't morph into Shaq.
Of course not. That's ridiculous. Louis Armstrong, damn it.
Yeah, there's like one.
Right.
Louie.
A lot of people are incensed. I've coined the term live-id. The whole merger of the PGA and the Live Golf Tour. Listen, the Live Golf Tour is owned by the Saudis.
Yeah, it is. So
And the Saudis, they just whipped out like billions of dollars. They paid hundreds of millions of dollars to rip famous golfers away from the PGA Tour to bring them over to the Saudi-owned Live Golf. There have been lawsuits flying between the PGA Tour and Live Golf. And then yesterday, this bombshell announcement that they've merged. But effectively, the Saudis are calling the shots. So the PGA Tour, it's going to be run by the Saudis. The same dude that runs the Saudi oil company, Aramco, is going to be the new chairman of the new golf organization from Saudi Arabia. What a sellout. You know, the Saudis, who, by the way, guess what? Gas is about to get expensive again. Gas has been coming down in price, but gas is about to get jacked back up because the Saudis have announced that, we're not making enough money, so we're going to cut oil production by 1 million barrels a day starting in July. So just in time for the big summer driving season, folks, get ready because you're going to pay more for gas because of the Saudis and the fact that we did have a much better trajectory for complete energy and petroleum independence in this country. But that's been messed up. That's a whole different discussion. But folks, the 9/11 families organizations are livid because of the belief and a certain degree of evidence. A lot of stuff was redacted about Saudi involvement in 9/11. You know, why did some of the hijackers have contact information inside Saudi embassies in the United States? Why did they, again, so the Saudis are going to be calling the shots. You've got all kinds of sellouts that went running over to the Saudis to get paid. And now, this is an abomination.
Okay, I got to explain something, MJ. And I just want to kind of be a contrarian about this. If
You wanna be
someone
what?
came, a contrarian to what you're saying, if someone came to you and was like, MJ, I want to pay you $300. The Saudis came to you. I want to pay you $300 million to do your show because we're starting.
I'm not worried. No, I'm sorry. I'm not. Guess what? You've got like Rory McIlroy. He said no to the Saudis.
He did, but now he's playing for free.
But he didn't sell out. I have respect for Rory McIlroy and the fact that he didn't sell out to the
first
Saudis.
one, Phil Mickelson was the first
Oh,
one, right?
Phil Mickelson's like,
Yeah,
show
he
me
was-
the money.
Yes,
Tell you right
yes.
now, if the Saudis want to have the Louie and Louie morning show,
They're going.
They got it.
I'm in. We're
No.
not dying.
The Live Louie and Louie show. Yes.
I would not sell out to the Saudis just for money. Roxanne, the answer is no.
I like my food extra
I don't know.
Saudi.
But then why? If someone wants to sell out to them, if they're like, no, I choose to take the $300 million.
You can choose to do it, but it's morally wrong. So the American institution of the PGA is now being handed to the Saudis. So let's talk. The Saudis with horrific civil rights violations.
I'm not disagreeing with
the
that.
Saudis who they make reporters disappear, like that Khashoggi guy.
That guy got chopped to pieces.
He did. The Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, he authorized the murder and the chopping up of Khashoggi.
It's a crazy story.
Who was working for the Washington Post. And the guy disappeared. They called him to like a consulate officer. Was that in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken? And they
While his wife's in the car waiting.
Yeah, the guy's wife's outside. and they kill him and they chop up the pieces. They take him out in trash bags. And, who the hell knows what they did with the guy?
I heard Mohammed bin Salman in an interview on the Louis and Louie show, and he said that he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Louis Anderson asked him, do you know anything? And
right.
And Louis Armstrong's like, do you know anything? And he's like, no.
I'm living. Guess what? I don't like golf. I hate golf even more now.
All you have is Saudi golf available to you because they've merged.
Guess what? I don't watch golf. I don't care about golf. I don't give a fly. And I already don't like golf. Listen, if you like golf, that's your deal. And if you like to play golf, more power to you. Freedom of choice, whatever you like to do, whatever makes you happy, I'm happy for you. Personally, I don't really care for golf. And guess what? Now I care even less for golf.
I have a question now.
I'm livid. I'm livid. Yes.
When the WWE was up for sale, they were the Saudis were sort of in the mix, and even Vince McMahon was like, I can't do business with them. But they do go over there and do matches, and when they do, the women have to put on, like, they can't wear their normal outfits. They have to wear full body suits when they wrestle.
Yep.
Are the golfers going to have to wear full body suits when they play in Saudi Arabia?
Like the female golfers?
There's no way they're going to be able to wear those skirts.
Did they merge with the LPGA as well?
I don't know. No, I think just the PGA.
Oh, I thought it was all the same thing.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about. Listen, I'm not a golf expert. All I know is this merger.
Man, how much
is grotesque?
How much is these two companies worth
the
now?
Saudis are calling the shots. Total sellout, absolute sellout, and disgusting. All right, we're at 9:10. You know what that means?
Yes,
it's time for the big 9:10 story.
The must. What name did we say?
9:10 hot item.
It's the big. I don't have a name yet. It's just right now. It's just the big 9:10 story.
How about the big 9:10?
The 9:10 story of the day, whatever. It's 9:10 right now in the morning, and I got a big story. And I tell you, I'm fascinated by this. You know what's really heating up? The claim that $2 billion Powerball ticket was stolen out in California.
How do you prove that? Where's the paper trail on that?
All right, listen to the latest on this. The biggest Powerball jackpot ever.
Can you call it a 910?
I'm already past that.
No, but I think that's a good name. 910. Big story.
Okay, can I actually do the story now?
How about 910 no on that one?
Listen to this one. The California state, if you don't know the story, you got a couple of guys that are alleging that the dude that cashed in the $2 billion ticket, this Edwin Castro, $2 billion Powerball ticket. The claim is that the ticket was stolen and the rightful winners do not have the ticket and did not cash it in. So So we've had these allegations now for months. Remember, the ticket was won back in November, and then the winning ticket didn't come forward until, was it February?
It was a couple of months. I mean, we were wondering what the deal was.
It was a while. So the California State Lottery Commission has challenged, or has been challenged, to release the video of the Edwin Castro guy buying the $2 billion winning ticket by one of the men who was at the center of a lawsuit claiming that this Edwin Castro is not the rightful winner. So the California Lottery, they are being compelled now, release the video from the convenience store of whoever bought the ticket. This was a record-winning Powerball jackpot, $2 billion. It's been questioned by Jose Rivera. He claims in a lawsuit that he bought the ticket. It was stolen by another man, Urachi Reggie Romero, before it ended up in Edwin Castro's possession, and he cashed it in. The commission has filed to get itself removed from the messy civil suit, saying that they did make all the necessary checks to ensure that Castro was the rightful winner before being awarded the prize. Press release the video because all that it will show is Jose buying the ticket and a pack of Marlboros. Romero countered to the media on Tuesday. Romero added that he thought the Lottery Commission are just trying to cover their asses by trying to back out of Rivera's lawsuit.
Of course he is. Of course that's what he's going to say.
Now, listen, when you're dealing with $2 billion, I mean, $2 billion will make people do some crazy, crazy crap. Remember this Edwin Castro who came forward? He bought like 2 houses already. He bought like one like $25 million house like in Malibu.
He asked for the ugliest house in Malibu and bought it.
$25 million bucks. Yeah. Then he bought another home for a couple of $1 million. Guy's on a spending spree, and you've got guys claiming that, no, he's not the rightful winner. He's not the rightful owner of the ticket. So they're claiming, I mean, listen to the details. The video of the ticket being purchased at the convenience store has to be released because it'll show that it was actually Jose Rivera who bought the ticket and a pack of Marlboros and was then subsequently robbed of the ticket by this Urachi Reggie Romero, and then the ticket ended up in the hands of Edwin Castro. That's the claim.
How did he? Was he just bragging?
Yeah, how was he robbed? He told everybody, I won a $2 billion, I won it. And then he gets robbed?
Rivera says in the suit that he bought the ticket from Joe's Service Center in Altadena, California, the same location as Castro. They have the video, but it ain't Castro on there. The commission should be responsible because they have been negligent. Somebody already claimed that they had that ticket way before Castro came out.
So buying the ticket doesn't mean you're the owner of the ticket.
Well,
the person who holds the ticket's the owner of the ticket.
Unless there are nefarious actions and there are shenanigans and illegality and the ticket was stolen and you're not the rightful owner. I mean, if you can prove that you bought the ticket and that someone then stole the ticket subsequently and then they made the claim by cashing in at the California lottery, you know, wherever you win Powerball. So here in Florida, if you win Powerball in Florida or you win Mega Millions here in Florida, you're going to Tallahassee to go claim it at the Florida lottery offices.
Yes. So you don't think they've checked the videotape before they wrote him a check for $2 billion?
The California lottery folks, when this whole thing came up and they were being challenged, I remember the California lottery said they were confident that the correct winner has been awarded the prize. That's what the California lottery said. But I'll tell you what, I mean, they're pressing forward with this. They're saying, show the video, show the video. It's not Edwin Castro who bought the $2 billion winning Powerball ticket. They're claiming it's this guy, Jose. That it's this Jose Rivera guy.
I hope it's not Jose Rivera, so I could say, no way, Jose.
But this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. The California State Lottery Commission, they want out of the lawsuit to let Castro and Rivera duke it out as to who's the rightful historic owner of the $2.04 billion Powerball ticket. Yeah, lawyers for the California lottery said it stands by its decision that Castro produced the winning ticket, was determined the winner after a thorough investigation, and has been paid, according to documents that were just filed on the 5th. So that was, on Monday. State Deputy Attorney General Lisa Freund, who is representing the commission, said the lottery is a public entity and by law can't be held liable for punitive damages. Anyway, this thing is far from over. I mean, this is a hellacious, salacious claim. The biggest Powerball ticket in the history of lotteries on the planet. And the claim is that the guy that cashed it in stole the ticket and is not the rightful owner.
It's got to be a movie someday. You know?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Sort of like a McMillions type thing.
I want to know what the deal is. I want to know what really happened. I mean, I hope we get to the bottom of this.
It sounds like the Lottery Commission can just show the video and end this now.
Yeah.
I don't understand why video of the person purchasing a ticket isn't public record in the first place.
Yeah.
Once they claim the prize.
Got to believe that the California lottery officials, that they went to Joe's Service Center and Convenience Mart in Altadena, California. You got to believe that they asked for the surveillance video. I'm sure this is like standard procedure to just collect everything to support the winning ticket.
So they knew what the winner looked like far before they ever came in to claim it.
You would think so.
Because, let's say you win on a Tuesday.
I try to call, when this whole thing started really brewing up over the last couple of months, I tried to call Joe's Service Center. I couldn't get him to answer the phone over there. I wanted to know if they had surveillance video.
So what about those places
I want to know if they turned it over to the California Lottery.
They have a loop on a lot of these recording devices, or they have like a bank of how long they save. Let's say it's a smaller place like Joe's Service Center, and it only saves 2 days worth of footage.
Listen, all digital hard drives. I'm guessing that typically it's at least 2 weeks or 30 days that the footage is stored, is what I'm guessing.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Yes, Andrew.
I'm sure as soon as they're told that store sold the ticket, they set aside that recording.
I think that's a fair assumption as well. But anyway, I'm fascinated by this story. $2 billion. Where is this story going to land? What's the truth? Can you imagine this scandal if California gave the $2 billion to the wrong guy?
That's great. I love chaos that doesn't affect me, and this is that. I just want to see the whole thing melt down. That's great. This is good entertainment.
Leave it to fester. Death and destruction. Burn it to the ground. Fester, just total turmoil.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Either way, this is not going to affect my life one iota. I don't care at all about this personally, but I love watching it burn.
You know Shaggy, right?
From Scooby-Doo?
Or Boombastic.
Not. Yeah, Shaggy the singer from Bombastic. Yeah, exactly. So, when you say Shaggy, some people might think, Zoink Scoob, it's Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo cartoons, voiced by... Hi, I'm Casey Kasem. Coming in at number 2 this week, it's, rest in peace, Casey Kasem. No, not that Shaggy. Roxanne is 100% correct. It is... Shaggy is making a massive revelation. Zoink, Scoob! I gotta make a massive revelation.
Breaking news from Shaggy?
Yeah, we've got breaking news from Shaggy. Yeah, we have an explanation. This is must-hear coming up in just a bit. Also, some additional accolades for the Tampa Bay area, folks. I'm happy to reveal all that coming up in just a bit. So hang on, because we got one more loaded chunk of the MJ Morning Show coming up, as well as tickets to see Duran Duran. So in minutes, we'll tell you when to call in to win Duran Duran tickets for the concert coming up in Amalie on June 17th. All on the way here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and that is next. Now, if you're... here, and yes, Duran Duran tickets momentarily here on the MJ Morning Show. We'll tell you exactly when to phone in. It'll happen at any minute. Stand by. I'll give you the proper cue and what number caller to be. So the Shaggy song, this is kind of interesting. All these years later, Shaggy, not the Scooby-Doo Shaggy, but the singer-rapper, that everyone has misconstrued the song, that everyone has misinterpreted the song. So Shaggy just did an interview with People magazine, and you know Shaggy's 54 years old now.
I know what that song's about, right?
What's it about?
It's about him having an affair, and then he accidentally gave the key, and it wasn't me.
See, nope. The deal is that
or not.
People think that it's about Shaggy cheating.
Yeah, and that he got busted and it wasn't him.
Right. But here's the deal.
Deny.
Shaggy, in an interview, says that fans have long misunderstood the real meaning behind that song. Can you believe that song's from 2000? That song is 23 years old already?
I remember talking up that song as a baby DJ. It wasn't me. That was a big song, man.
Does you sound that affected?
Yes,
was your voice that affected as a DJ?
This is exactly how I sounded.
Yeah. So you're very understandable talking like that.
Thanks so much. I could talk up that song with the best of
So
them.
if the song is not about cheating, what is it about? Some guy who's forgetful?
He said it was, listen to the explanation.
Wasn't me. I don't remember. I gave her a key. I don't remember.
He says it was a big misconception with the song because that song is not a cheating song. It's an anti-cheating song. It's just that no one listened to the record to the end. Mr. Bombastic, Mr. Shaggy. The song starts with singer Rick Rock telling Shaggy that his girlfriend caught him cheating with the girl next door. Rick Rock then asks Shaggy for advice on what to do, and then he suggests that he just denies any wrongdoing. Wasn't me. But she caught me on the counter. Wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa. Wasn't me.
Whoa.
Shaggy told People there's a part of the record where it's a conversation between two people, and you have one guy, which is me at that point, giving that bad advice like, yo, bro, how could you get caught? Just tell her it wasn't me. And then at the end, the guy says, I'm going to tell her that I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused. I've been listening to your reasoning. It makes no sense at all. Going to tell her that story, I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused. You might think that you're a player, but you're completely lost. Shaggy claims that nobody hears that part and just sings along to, it wasn't me.
So
it wasn't me.
He's going to rat out his friend at the end?
It wasn't me.
I still don't get it.
Listen,
I'm going to tell her for the...
He says that people are missing the intended meaning. He says it's an anti-cheating song and says that no one ever really buys into that. And he says, I keep explaining to people, then they go listen to it back and they're like, oh, dude, I totally missed that part.
Do we have it?
Yeah, we do. So here's the part. So people just remember all that wasn't me and all the scenarios, and where he was allegedly cheating. Version was kissing on the sofa. The original version was banging on the sofa.
We caught that when you read the lyrics.
Yeah, but kissing on the sofa. So Andrew has the end of the song, which Shaggy says that nobody. You know what we ought to do? We ought to do a mashup between Shaggy and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
That'd be such a awful idea.
Somewhere in all those years, he's like, zoinks, it wasn't me.
Zoinks, Scoob, it wasn't me. All right. He says that no one hears that part, and they misconstrue the meaning of it wasn't me. What the whole song?
Because 3/4 of the song is about deny, is what it sounds like. You know, I don't really care about this song, but if you come out and tell me that, or if he comes out and says, Mr. Boombastic isn't a fantastic romantic lover, I'm going to be really mad.
Mr. Fantastic.
I'm going to tell her I'm sorry for all the pain that I've caused. That's an admission of something. I don't buy this.
Dude, it's the guy that wrote the freaking song. He's telling you that people are misconstruing the song.
Maybe he has a new girlfriend and she's like, why'd you write that song about cheating? Are you a cheater? You're going to cheat on me? And then he's like, oh, it wasn't about that.
Do you know what, and this is crazy, what Tainted Love is really about? Soft Cell.
Dude, you're making this up.
No, it's just a complete fact.
It's
about a sex act.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look it up.
I will.
He's making this up.
Did you know that Who Let the Dogs Out is about ugly girls at the club?
Oh, you stop it, Fester. Come on.
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Let's give away
Makes
Duran
perfect
Duran.
sense.
Yeah,
Fester.
What is Rio all about? What is Hungry Like the Wolf all about?
Hungry is like a wolf is when you're hungry at night and your girlfriend is horny. And you do it.
The reflect. All right, let's give away Duran Duran tickets right now. If you are caller number 950, right now,
we got somebody. Hey, listen, Andrew,
just kidding.
Don't worry.
Andrew's flipped me off.
Make the other guy do
I got to flip off from the producer's booth. All right, let's go with caller 50. Caller 50, big 50. Little shout out, little tribute to Jack Lord in Hawaii 50. All right, caller 50 right now. Oh, there's 50. All right, caller 50, 800-990-1047. Your 50th caller, you'll win tickets right now. Duran Duran, Amalie Arena, June 17th. Duran Duran live in concert, downtown Tampa. Let's go. Caller 50 right now, 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. A couple of things. Another Florida bonehead here. Dude caught in a high-speed chase, right? 29-year-old motorcyclist facing multiple charges after attempting to flee from deputies over the weekend. This is down in Collier County. And deputies found a group of speeding motorcycle riders on US 41 down in the Naples area. The group began to yield for deputies, but Dalton Ray Philabaum chose to change lanes and accelerate, then reached speeds over 110 miles an hour, ran a red light as a deputy in a patrol car had his lights and siren going, woo, 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 trying to conduct a traffic stop. Collier County deputies then followed this Philabaum on a helicopter. They had the eye in the sky, and they saw him stop at a red light near Davis and Collier Boulevard. Moments later, deputies arrived, arrested Philabaum, and noticed that the motorcycle had a sticker reading, capable of evading high-speed pursuit.
That's smart.
The dude had a sticker on the motorcycle, a little sticker reading, capable of evading high-speed pursuit. What a dope.
Not in this case.
Come on, man. Not going to outrun the chopper. If they got a chopper in the air, you're not going to outrun it. Some accolades for the Tampa Bay area. Let's come a little further north here, up the West Coast. Guess what? Another survey's out. Best airports in the USA. According to travel experts, according to a recent survey, researchers say that any stress or hesitance travelers feel toward boarding an airplane, especially those in more developed nations, are largely unwarranted. Flying has gotten safer and safer, Anyone can relate to the frustration that happens, blah, blah, blah. Major airliners will take customer feedback. Airports, they're trying to design them so they're better. So guess what? There is a new list out of the top 5 airports in the USA. And guess what?
What?
Coming in at number 5. Would you like to know what it is? Hi, everybody. I'm Casey Kasem. We're counting down the best airports in the USA. And coming in at number 5, it's PDX.
Which one's that?
That's Portland International Airport in Oregon. So coming in at number 4, it's Chicago O'Hare or ORD. Coming in at number 3, best airports in the USA, it's SeaTac, Seattle, Tacoma. Coming in at number 2, it's
the Louis Armstrong New Orleans Airport.
No, it's
congratulations, Louis.
Good job.
Welcome to the airport, everybody.
No, it's not. They're not on the list.
You are in red parking. Remember, you are in red parking.
Don't forget red parking.
No, there's no parking in the red zone.
That's it.
All right. Coming in at number 2 is not Louis Armstrong. Coming in at number 2 is the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport.
Okay.
And guess what? Coming in at number 1.
Well, it can't be TPA because we're so angry here. Remember that BS crap story?
Yep. Tampa International, number 1.
Yes.
Tampa International, number 1 airport in the USA. And just a nice little write-up here.
When you were the voice of that place for 17 minutes.
Yeah, I was the voice of the tram for 17 minutes, exactly.
Congrats.
Now, so seriously, TPA is a fine airport. I was just through last Friday, and the whole family was through on Sunday. So I agree. TPA is one of the nicest, best airports in the world. And this list has it number 1 in the USA. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dave.
Hey, Dave, it's MJ. How you doing this morning?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good, Dave. Where are you calling from?
Sarasota.
And why are you calling?
I was calling about the Duran Duran tickets.
Yes, you would happen to be caller 50.
Awesome. Cool.
That means you win.
Very cool.
Yep, you got tickets. You're going to go see Duran Duran. You mind coming up to Tampa from Sarasota on June 17th?
I think I can do it. When do I pick up the tickets?
We'll give you instructions. You can get these things anytime you want. So June 17th is going to be a Saturday night. That's a nice, convenient night for a concert, too.
All right, cool. Saturday night sounds good.
And Duran Duran Live, they're fantastic. You know, they're from the 80s, but they still have it, man. They are great sounding live.
Very cool. I look forward to it. Sounds good.
Enjoy it. And hopefully you're not a Johnny-come-lately. Hopefully you're not just a fair-weather listener and you listen to us every morning.
Well, whenever I'm in town. But
whoa. Whenever you're in town.
What do you mean? Where are you? Where are you?
Where are you from?
I'm down from New York.
Where in New York you from?
Long Island.
Where on Long Island?
Port Jeff.
You're from Port Jefferson, really?
Where in Port Jeff?
Yeah. What street?
Stop. All right. So how long are you down?
Right now I'm down for a weekend, and I'm coming. I should be able to come back down then. So.
All right. Well, yeah. You're only down for the week?
Yeah.
So it's next Saturday night.
Yeah. So are you going to be here next Saturday, June 17th?
Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah.
All right. Well,
how thirsty are you, sir?
You don't sound too committal on this. Yeah, maybe.
Hey, and listen, when you're up in New York, you can still listen to us on any of the apps. You can still listen to us live every morning.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, iHeart app, Odyssey app, the Q105 app, TuneIn app. You know, MJMorningshow.com. Just click on the red button in the upper right-hand corner that says Listen Live. You can listen to us up in New York, in Port Jeff, man.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thank you.
All right. Hey, hold on a minute. We'll give you all the information. Unless you want the tickets, or should I give them to the next caller who definitely will be here?
Can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah, we can hold. We got
I'm negotiating live on the air. Hey, listen, if you can't use the tickets, let me give it to the next caller.
Yeah, we don't want you to not use them. You got to make a trip to St. Petersburg anyway to pick them up.
All right, I'm looking at the calendar right now, guys. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right,
probably a good idea.
We're on pins and needles. What's this guy's name? What's his name?
Bob. Dave.
Yeah. So
Hold on. Dave's looking at the calendar.
I'm just saying.
Let Dave look at the calendar.
We got nothing going on.
Look at the calendar. Listen, I'm just trying to,
Take your time, Dave.
We got nothing going on, Dave.
I don't have to hit the.
Yeah, no, good. You guys are staying on the air. This is, no, you know what? I'm looking at it. I'm going to miss it by a day, so give it to the next caller.
Oh, look at that. Hey,
thank you for your honesty.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Hey, Dave, thank you, buddy. Well, hey, thanks for listening.
I have to say, that's the first time it's ever happened.
It is.
Yeah, what a twist.
We've given
Dave,
out
have a good one.
things.
All right, I just hung up on Dave. Let's go. Who's this?
This is Christina.
Christina, where are you calling from? Alamogordo, New Mexico.
Yeah, right.
No, all right, Christina, where are you calling from?
I'm right now in Tampa.
Would you like to see Duran Duran?
I would love to
Duran.
Did you hear what just happened?
What happened?
Somebody else just won, but he's from New York and he's not going to be here, so I talked him into giving up the tickets, so you're like caller number 51.
Get out of town.
Get out of town.
Yeah. No way.
You win.
No way.
Yes way.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
There we go. I don't think that's ever happened live on the air like that.
That's crazy. I don't think we've ever held for so long for some guy to check his calendar.
What was your name again?
It's Christina.
All right, Christina, fantastic. Christina, congratulations.
I call you all the time.
You
I call you all the time.
Well, look, now it's paid off with a big win for Duran Duran tickets. Hey, Christina, have a fantastic day. I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to get all your information. Hey, thank Dave from Port Jefferson, Long Island, New York, for giving up the tickets for you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dave from New York. We appreciate it. Yay!
There you go.
Thank you, MJ.
All right, thank
We
you.
love you.
I love you too. Thanks for listening. Look at that. All right, she's on 4. Man, how about that?
That's crazy.
It's a little bit of a twist, huh? At the very end of the MJ Morning Show. All right, folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. If you need to drop me some content, you got a hot tip, you got something that's got to be on the show, mj@mjmorningshow.com is my direct email. If you didn't see Fester's running out of gas on the side of the road on I-4, the pictures are on my Instagram. If you haven't seen the constipation therapy dog vest that Chloe ordered and put on our Jack Russell Terrier Gatsby, that image is on my Instagram as well. Certified MJ Radio. Take a look. Certified MJ Radio. And give me a follow while you're there. Folks, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show, and let's be careful out there.